Welcome back to another episode of the Red Wagon Inn. We have a lot going on tonight and a lot of things to do based off of how things ended last time. So I hope everybody has got a drink, they've got some snacks, they've got some tissues, whatever they need to get through the night. We've got a lot planned. So I hope that you are excited and ready. How are all of the players doing tonight? Drew, your ears look so marvelous. I will compliment you on the lesser screen changing things until you slowly get down to none.
Yeah.
Oh, and so are your wings, Jakey. Very, very apropos.
Thank you. Sam inspired me.
Good. Well, since we have a lot to do tonight, maybe we'll jump into it pretty quick here. But before we do, does anybody have any things that they need to be shilling?
Drew's purple hair. Welcome to the purple hair gang, Drew. Nice to have you.
Purple
finally.
hair.
He's got blue hair.
Mine's mostly blue now.
He's got blue hair.
I re-dyed it blue.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll just
Egg
go
on
fuck
your
it.
face, Jackie.
Yeah, got him. I was gonna say, I'm just taking a break now, and I just want to plug self-care. Do it. Coming back just for like D&D and stuff, but otherwise this week I'm not going on anything, and I'm not posting on anything. So go to it. Also follow my TikTok because my Charles Martinet video just passed 100K views. I
love you. I love you, Jakey. Self-care. Then come watch Red Wagon Inn and just cry and just be
That's
destroyed.
self-care. Have a good cry. Yes.
Be destroyed.
Make sure you youngins follow Jakey on that clock app. I heard it's all a rage these days. It's gonna be good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, biatcha.
Right. With that, we've got a few things of art, some of which are a surprise even to the players. But first off, everybody possibly has seen this one, but check out the Discord. I had to take a screenshot of the Discord itself. As Bobo said, graphic design is my passion. With Zania slaying. Keenak is his proper name. How dare you, Bobo? And you have some high hopes for a living there, my friend.
I love it.
We also have a couple other images, which I'm very excited about. One of which was one of our friends in the old Red Wagon Inn group that I had played with made art for my birthday. And this is, so the guy up front is Dane the Destroyer. So y'all met him. And then we have Yomiel in the right, which is their character. And then there's also the pirate, Lady Beatrice, and Henrik, their artificer. They made the art and it looks so good. And just was like, yeah, I got to show that off. They also made Carrick, the golden god. And so very, very, very happy with that one. Super into it. Then they commissioned for my birthday from an artist that we know. And so there it is, very much so canon of the Red Wagon Inn. Safi did the original Red Wagon Inn group for my campaigns. And so they're all here that Safi drew, which Twintig's sneaking up in one layer too high for that one.
Get off there, Twintig.
Get out of here. But yeah, so this is the OG original group. That's Grug on the right. That's Soulforge that he's dancing with. The Fey King is there with the kind of blondish hair on the right.
Oh, yeah.
The leader of the Mages Guild is dancing with the taller half-elf, and a drinking bard is on the left side there. So they're the OG ones that kind of were around during the War of the Gods that y'all are all experiencing the aftermath of. So thought that was really cool. Safi totally knocked it out of the park. Had no idea it was coming, and it was really, really awesome. So Stronghearth kind of organized that. So thanks, Stronghearth. You rock. But we have two giveaway things as well. The first giveaway is going to continue to be another mystery token, which who knows what that'll do this time. But our second giveaway is two unfinished, mystery D20s coming from our own Drooby Dooby Doo here.
Whoa!
I
I still have more in my shop if you want more.
Go check out his shop. I asked Drew for pictures of them, and he insulted my intelligence by saying that wouldn't really be a mystery, then would it?
Absolutely got him.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I did have something to shill.
Shill
Deacon's
it.
Dice made me. Oh, get out of their ear. Deacon's Dice made me a leather rolling tray with my logo in it,
Oh.
and it's super dope and super well made. And in a couple weeks, you can get them too. And then, hold up, wait a minute. Arcanicast made their first ever set of dice, and then mailed it to me to
Aw.
roll tonight. So if I roll bad tonight, just, continue to buy masters from Arcanicast.
let's hope that it rolls well with what we have planned. Is there any other shills that need to exist? Before we get started, I'm going sorcerer wild magic dice tonight because I plan for things to get wild. Pun writes itself. Any shilling that needs to happen?
You're beautiful, and
Jackie's
we'd
face
all
is so
deserve to
disgusted.
live.
Oh man, I am beautiful, but I don't know about that other thing. Let's go ahead and roll for recap then.
All right, Arcana.
That's a 12 for me.
Yeah, it's a 14 for me.
Ooh, oh, come on.
Nat 20.
Nat 20,
Oh,
baby.
17.
Oh, come on. Really? A
Oh.
12?
Hey, listen, if you're gonna destroy us all, at least you can do the recap.
Okay, fair enough. So, where we last left off, our heroes are in this sort of magical pet Pokemon gambling tournament den, is the best descriptor for it. They left off with finding Nevik, who is Kevin backwards, who is just a straight douche, and who happens to have one of their beloved pets, who they were trying to get back for Dinky, who is not here tonight. Will couldn't make it tonight, so I will be dinkying it as... It's a weird verb. As Dinky really wanted to get his squirrel back. I love it when Jakey has to turn his head. Dinky had to get his squirrel back, and so they were going to try and do that by fighting in the arena, but How already gave up his little necklace and his little tears of his god, so that they already paid Marcus's debts back, so they don't need to do that. Marcus owes them, as a matter of fact, which they told him very much so, as Ren slapped him a few times. And How kind of underwent a bodily transformation as his connection to the Whisperer was lost. Many, many people in the chat were talking to their new connected person of the Whisperer, Korthax, who seems to be aware that they're speaking to him, but only replies a little bit. There were many updog attempts at him, but he just, what is that thing that you were saying in the chat? But while that was happening, Xenia and Dinky came back, saw Hao's horrible kind of body transformation back into a little bit more constitutionally sound and a little bit smarter version of himself, but also conversely a little less socially able is the best word. Low charisma, as Hao has changed essentially back into who he used to be, Rathomir. During that, their friend Lyra and Marcus saw back into Hao's past, or Rathomir's past. He was at the Mages Guild and practicing manipulating magics, which was illegal at the time. And so he was banished from the Mages Guild, and that was something that he remembered as a very big turning point in his life, the first time he heard the whisper. And so from there, they said, all right, well, we got to leave this place. They were looking for Korthax. He's not there. As they're about to leave, they get talked to by their old friend that they are sure is a not necromancer, a vampire, who cursed them, cursed Xenia specifically with the curse of the Rat King, to where every time she gets touched, she turns into a rat until she's touched by two of whatever touched her originally. With that, they go back into Kern. When they're in Kern, they essentially find a big loud thump as they're trying to go back to the Red Wagon Inn. When they do so, they find that the Red Wagon Inn is under attack by all these three people in kobold form from the 24-hour one-shot that we did. They find Drew's character flying off and away, Jakey's character dead, and Xenia's character back in a big pit of rubble somewhere. Smashed, super smashed. And so they're like, okay, well, glad that Robert and Flint and Celine are alive, when suddenly, boom, huge loud earthquake. Half of the inn gets destroyed as Ithka falls dead in the very center of town in the fountain. Standing atop Ithka is Keenak. Hao turns into a pterodactyl, essentially, picks up Xenia. She turns into a rat. They go out there. Keenak's like, yo, where's your Leonin girl? I want to talk to her. And she's like, well, yeah, we can talk about this peacefully. Let's go find her, for we definitely know that she's just back at the inn, not here as a rat right now. And so they go back, change her back as they turn into two pterodactyls. Don't scare the town when they do so. Keenak rips the head off of Ithka and uses it as a prize as hundreds of people start gathering around, claiming that he is the savior of the city. The group goes up to talk. Spade is there, kind of ushers them forward. Keenak begins to speak to them as Zinnia says, I'll speak to him alone, and has basically been trying to turn public opinion that Zinnia and this group caused the destruction of their city by stealing his ancient weapon and giving it to this dragon. The court of public opinion is not on your side right now. Is there anything that I missed? Okay.
We're a lovely group of people that have never done anything wrong.
Also, Zinnia has a +1 greatsword.
Zinnia does have a +1 greatsword. True. She did get that off the
It's gonna
corpse of Kobold Jakey.
And
Yes, the thick king he was.
Thick boy. Also, Aloof as a Fool says they might want to use the wild magic token tonight, but only if the kill NPC token doesn't get used to stop Keenak. If Zinnia is about to get killed, can I set a condition like that? You just tell me when you're ready to use it based on what's happening. We've always kind of done a little rewind if it's like, oh, yeah, I mean to use my token right there, so yada yada. Also, I'd like to redeem my token. Blue Moon, what was your token again? Remind us as, is there anything else?
Oh, isn't that +2? No, that's Raccoon Blast is +2.
Yeah, I was going to say, I have it written down somewhere, just not on me right now. So, Blue Moon, so increase a PC stat. Who would you like to increase, and what would you like to increase? Blue Moon. As
Zinnia charisma.
Zinnia, give her just straight diplomacy.
Oh, Blue Moon, that's really sweet. Oh
Aw,
man,
it
thank
is.
you.
What stat for Zinnia, Blue Moon?
Wisdom, make her more OP. Make her spells like a gun.
The old holy gun. With your, I mean, you're a thunder cleric. It would sound like a holy gun, right? I mean, this is on YouTube. A holy kinetic soul destroyer.
gives you a claw.
Can choose between either charisma or wisdom. Oh, well, redeeming the token, Zinnia, increase a stat of your choosing, wisdom or charisma, by 2.
Oh,
Be
because
fair, Doc,
Zinnia
I just
is
spilled
so
all over my shirt.
mature.
I'm sorry.
Oh man, that's so. Okay, I have 0 plus charisma, so let's do charisma just in case.
That's probably a good idea, as
Yeah.
you've offered to talk this out on your own. And to that end, I have 3 GFYs. Dinky, which isn't important right now, has 7 or 8 GFYs. How has 4. Ren has 3. Zinnia, you have 5 going into this conversation. Just making sure that we're all aware. Go ahead and increase your charisma by 2.
Thank
Right.
you, Almighty GM.
Thank Blue Moon.
Blue Moon.
Oh no.
Whoa, would you look at the time? I gotta go.
It's D&D time. Isn't that crazy? Right. With that, grab a drink, pull up a chair, come hang out with us as, if we're good, let's go ahead and continue right where we left off. Who's a smart guy? As the crowd, Jakey is currently his version of how, as also he has literally done all of the art for all of the headshots that are here right now.
Looks so
So
good.
you get your inspo, Jakey, for your bringing Pico on here.
Thank you.
As it is currently about midday. It is very bright. It is very sunshiny out. As a crowd of maybe 300 to 400 people, with continuously more by the second, gathers around Keenak standing on the ground near the head of Ithka that he ripped off. Everyone now knowing that it's safe to come back, finding out what's going on here. But, Zinnia, you ended it with offering to speak by yourself, as he claimed to everyone in this crowd here that it is your fault. She gave the dragon. Her companions took my spear, stole it from me when I offered her employment, and gave it to the Emerald Plague. You think your city was safe? You were right until they came along. Thieves, liars, tricksters who do not belong in our societies. What do you have to say for yourself, Leonin?
I have no defense. I was acquainted with folk who did steal the Sun Spear from Keenak. And while I must say we did not give it to a green dragon, it was forcibly taken from us, so it was not a willing transaction. We did not want to hail chaos among Asterion. But yes, I was a part of the group that did so.
So, the spear was stolen from you.
Well, it was forcibly taken. It was either our lives, yeah, our lives were on the line, and we had a moment of panic.
I respect forcefully taken. If you wanted my spear, you could have fought me for it at any moment. But instead, like a burglar, you stole it from behind my back when I offered you room and offered you employment in my home. You hear the crowd begin to murmur. How Ren, Robert, and Dinky can all hear what's going on. Spade is currently kind of standing in front of you all, staring at you to make sure you don't try and go into the crowd, but you can hear what's going on. Everyone is at a hush whenever they speak, but begin murmuring between each other. They really did steal. He even offered them a job. You hear so much questioning as to what's going on. The crowd is very much in Kinek's favor right now. He saved the city. They have no reason to think that he's lying, and he's not.
And I look to the crowd. Kinak speaks the truth, and he did bring down the Green Plague Ithka. He did do what we were incapable of doing. And for that, I am thankful to Kinak. And as rightfully we should all be. I have no stories, no lies to say to you. It was me and my friends, and they were a particular group of friends who I did not know very much at the time, but I was devoted to them. Devoted unquestionably, and that is something I must own up to.
You begin to hear people in the crowd, some of them be like, yeah, she speaks the truth. Roll a persuasion for me.
Is it too much pressure if I use Drew's dice?
Do it. Do it, coward.
Oh, okay.
Make Drew decide your fate.
11 plus 4, so that's a 15.
15. You do begin to hear a few people in the crowd be like, who hasn't done wrong before? I've taken things. Should that mean death? Before you immediately begin to hear angry voices of, my mother died here today to that dragon. You sympathize with them? And all of the voices that seem to sympathize with you are drowned out by anger. As Kinek looks at you, says,
Can I yell out in the crowd real quick?
Absolutely.
You think that dragon wouldn't have come and destroyed anyway?
The crowd stops and turns and looks to Ren. Kinek looks over and says, kind of stops and looks at you, Zania, very annoyed, seeing as how he thought he was talking just to you, but since the party walked away,
I'm
but is
sorry.
still
The rest of the
participating.
crowd can say things.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kinek.
You're hearing whispers, but they're not like, oh, I'm a part of this. They're kind of talking to each other. But if you're yelling, trying to get a part of it, then yeah, he does.
When
kind of
Ren does that, I do this exactly. This gesture of, oh my god. You made everyone turn around. Oh.
As Kinek looks and walks by you, Zinnia, and says, very well then. You're currently in what form, Ren?
What form am I in?
You were a tiefling.
Tiefling.
That's what I thought. Okay.
And
Very well.
then also people, saying that their mother has died and I'm gonna wait a proper amount of time, so it's not like I'm trying to say like I have friends that died too, but also along the lines of like I too lost two close ones, two close loved ones to me. And I am not asking for mercy, but I am also not without loss. I have learned long, long ago that this was a mistake that had to be rewrote, and we tried and have been trying to get the spear back from Ithaca, but we have been failing. Too weak to take on the Green Plague, but Keenek is not too weak and rightful owner of the Sun Spear.
We'll say, as you're speaking to the crowd like that, that's when Ren speaks up. So the dragon would have come anyway, as Keenek stops to look at you. Many people, they try and sympathize, but they now have been truthful to the fact that this is your fault. As Ren speaks up, Keenek walks by you and says, "Very well, Tiefling. Since you want to be a part of this conversation, why don't we ask how you know and have come to be friends with the one who would give the dragon my spear?"
Well, truth be told, I met this Leonin in the cave of Ithaca. And then, like, Ren just stops for a second and is like, shit. But after Ithaca was already gone, they had just came back from a town called Ashburn that had burnt to the ground because of Ithaca. And they were injured. They had just lost friends who had died, who I later found out were the ones that actually stole your spear. And I have helped this Leonin get back to Kern. And mind you, there was intention to return your spear.
Roll a persuasion at disadvantage, as you specifically came out and said, "Yes, I did meet them at Ithaca's cave."
Of Ithaca. I was like, "Mm." All right,
I was
even at
standing-
disadvantage, that was a nat 20 and an 18. And my persuasion is plus 10, so 28.
Beautiful. That's a solid moving speech. Your honesty does persuade some of the crowd. Some of them say, "Well, they were meaning to bring the spear back. Everybody makes errors. If they were trying to right the wrong, then you can't control dragons. Dragons, they want destruction on their own. She's called the Emerald Plague for a reason." Some of the crowd begins to get on your side. How, you were saying something?
How is looking at both Xenia and Ren like back and forth, and Keenek, and
I, surprising no one, agree with
Kinect turns to look at you,
Xenia
speaking now
said.
too.
hi. The how like does this whole like frazzled like shoulders in, and he's trying really hard to look up at the crowd, but how doesn't as much.
I also met this Leonin around that time. And this was after she had lost some friends and we had watched some friends disappear. And I know for certain this Leonin, as you address her, by the way,
And how kind of shouts.
her name is Xenia. She was a rude pain in my ass when I first met her. And she has grown so much over mental atoning her own loss and really just caring about life and magic. Your spear was part of that. Yeah, it was the first thing she told us about when we met was that she had this weight on her shoulder. She told us that there was a spear that she got with others, ill-intentionally, not really in by her own means, and then it was given to a dragon. She wore that as a cross to bear and not a sign of pride. It was something she knew she had to wrong even before she made or knew she had to right, sorry, before she even knew how grave it was, but also that she was going to go on this full trip to Kern to find some way of making amends to not just to you, but to the world. The first step was to help you, Keenak, and make amends with you and Spade. The next step was to find whatever with this dragonborn. So
Is it
Yeah.
is that happening on Jakey's camera for anybody else, or is that just me?
Just
Where
you.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah, you're like a newscaster, and you're, you're like shifting in and out of
You're like a
the internet.
hologram in Blade Runner.
Yeah.
He's fine on mine.
Oh,
No, on the
weird.
stream.
Um,
On the stream.
It's just for Ryba then.
Let me.
hey, Rybo.
Hi. You look better now.
Hello?
There we go.
Okay.
He always looks diagonal. Don't mind him.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
me. I am the real glitch. Was the friends we made along the way.
So
Speaking of those friends.
I need you also to roll me a persuasion.
Yeah. Does How have disadvantage or anything?
No,
Or
because of Ren's high roll.
I have 0 bonus, but that's still a 14. I have a +0 now.
14. As you've all begun speaking up now, so too does the compulsion come towards your other 2 group members to speak up. Robert and Dinky.
Dinky, run.
So, the, she's so really nice. The Leonin lady, she helped me find Charleston. Charleston Chu. You don't know him, but he's a good guy. I feed him nuts. She's a cool cat, I think. She, Dinky goes to try and walk up to Zania, and, like, he holds his hand out as if to, like, hold your hand, but Spade kind of stops him on the shoulder and pushes him back. Says, no. Voice says, that's rude, but she's very nice. I like her. As Dinky will also roll a persuasion.
Come on,
Okay.
Dinky.
As Robert says,
What the little one has said and what all the others have done. She is an upstanding member of this society and all others. You would be lucky to count her amongst your friends, as I consider myself to be. Keenak, no, you've got it wrong. Though thievery may have happened, that was before they righted themselves. They're different people now, perhaps because of the thievery and trying to mend their ways. I think truly the lessons they learned along the way was the treasure they were after from the very beginning. I think. And, I would hope that you all see that as well.
as he says to the crowd, okay. Because the rest of the group chimed in, and the lower charisma folk felt the need to chime in. Robert doesn't have no charisma, but it's not great.
I was gonna say, he's the paladin, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's more of the paladin in the I'm very strong kind of way.
Cool.
As there's mixed results in the crowd. There are a few who are moved and who are on your side. There's less direct anger. Those who were angry have died down and more just want to see justice done. They need somebody or something to blame for this. The dragon would not have come here on its own. This is far too big of a city. It would know that it would die eventually. Why would it have come here if it weren't for someone? They're trying to blame someone and something. As Keenak says,
Very well then. Perhaps you have changed. Perhaps even the gods have blessed you on your journey. Then I will not call for your head, nor your heads that those amongst you call friends. But instead I would let the gods choose. I request and demand trial by combat. You stole from me. The dragon would not have come here, weren't for you and your friends and your spear. I respect that the dragon took it. I wish that you had fought me for it. I respect an honest individual. But I cannot abide by the thievery, what precedence that sets in the scourge. I demand a trial by combat.
That's fair. That should have been what was done in the beginning to get the spear. I respectfully accept.
I, of course, choose myself as my champion.
And I'm only choosing myself. What do you want?
Robert coughs.
Says, Zania, I would do this for you, you know that. You do not have to choose yourself.
Robert. As I was saying, I can only be the one to atone for this mistake.
That is not true. Of good friends here, many of us who would choose the opportunity to fight and die for you, though I would not.
As he kind of looks angrily at Keenak.
I simply offer to fight for you. The Whisperer would allow me victory, I feel.
Robert. And I look to Keenak. May I give Robert something?
He kind of bows.
I reach for Otto's collar on my wrist that I wear as a bracelet, and I take it off. And I'm like, not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I take it off, and I'm kind of hiding it in my palm, and I take Robert's hand and I just shake it, and I grasp it. Robert, again, only I can do this, but
No.
please, if anything happens, take care of him for us.
There's nothing to have to take care of, Zinnia. The gods are on your side. You've atoned. You will be doing right here. You will emerge victorious, as any of us would.
And either way, if I do, this should not be damaged in the middle of a battle. It's too precious.
He takes the collar as you hear the small little metal jing on the chain. He kind of does that like warrior's grip where he like kind of like grabs you like behind the neck to look at you and says, he gets in close for a whisper and says something only Zinnia can hear.
Jake and Drew, cover your ears.
Yeah, Jake and Jake.
Oh, here, wait.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
Aw.
That's fair.
Table
Yeah,
whisper.
yeah. The
Interesting.
table whisper is he leans in close and says,
I've fought lizard folk before. They're quick. But if you can cut their tail off, you have a chance.
before he kind of pulls his head back.
Good?
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you. Sorry, I was thinking. I'm like processing. All right. Thank you, Robert. And I like kind of like forehead butt.
Both of you hit. It's very hard-headed. A lion's skull and a dragonborn scales. It is like two coconuts clacking. As Robert kind of pulls back, he takes Otto's collar and just kind of wraps it around his hands to hold it tightly for a bit. As Dinky tries to walk forward to like grab your hand, but Spade kind of says, no. Dinky, before like walking back behind the group in a huff. Zinnia, you stand looking at the group. The group at Zinnia as Keenak walks into the fountain and hops over the edge of the stone clearing. This seems to be a respected thing. If there's two people who are willing to fight in a trial by combat, there's no real court of law that has to happen here. Some of the people move back. Some of them clamber up to the edge of the fountain, as it seems that that's where Keenak wants to have the fight.
While people are clamoring up, How is going to prepare and hold a spell.
Are you? If you tell me what you're looking for it to happen, then sure.
It's mostly because I don't want to get Zinnia get one shot, so Hal's gonna hold and cast haste on her, so she at least has an even footing to some extent.
Okie dokie. How's preparing to cast haste?
Yeah, I've just got like licorice that I'm chewing on.
Ren?
Just gonna look up and yell out for Zinnia. Kick his ass!
I look to Tiefling Ren and I just go. I nod with a little smirk.
I have nothing I can do other than flinging 3 fireballs.
Where did those come from? Whoa.
Another
Itka.
dragon!
Itha's got the Call of Duty perk. Drops grenades on death. Huh. They've been cooking for a while. As Zinnia, you look at the group. Ren yells to kick his ass. How begins to, what looks to be like chewing gum to you, kind of nonchalantly as Robert holds up the collar. What are you doing?
Zinnia does? Is it me? Sorry.
Yeah, what are you doing?
And Keenak stepped into the fountain, right?
Yeah,
And
he has.
also, I'm looking at my character sheet, and we did not full rest before this, right? So, like, if I'm missing a couple spells, so I'm a little already used up, right? Yep, right? Just verifying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You have not rested.
All right, cool. I will also step into the fountain.
As the crowd kind of, she's going to. As you hop over the edge of the stone wall and the fountain, still in the center of it sits the headless body of Zinnia, blood pouring out into the inner ring of the fountain. You now stand at the edge. The crowd is quiet. You hear nothing but the trickling of fountains spewing water out into the fountain. Keenak stands on the other side as his spear glistens golden in the sun. It's almost blinding to your eyes just looking at it, reflecting in such beautiful sunlight. How, Ren, you both run up to the edge of the fountain, as well as Robert, with Spade and Dinky nearby. Keenak looks at you, Zinnia, and says, "Very well. I've been waiting for this day for a long time, thief. I'd hoped to make a great fighter of you. I was impressed by your skills. I'm saddened to lose you. No, truly, I never originally intended you harm, though now I do."
You are a formidable fighter, Keenak, and it is an honor to fight Kinek of the Scourge.
He bows before he kind of loosens the chains on his neck. He has like, for those who haven't, seen or been described Kinek before, he sits with very merchant style, like desert pants. They're just very loose fitting pants. If you're thinking Toad from Super Mario, you're pretty accurate there. He wears no shirt, but has maybe 9 or 10 large amulets and necklaces across his chest in varying degrees of wealth. He takes all of them off as he sets it down with one leather shoulder pad on that's crossed across his body, with the spear of gold on him. His scales a piercing red, with his belly yellow and golden. As he holds the spear and stands, he pulls it forward and looks to you.
All right, I am going to. So, like, just to, see what the cultural expectance of the area is. In this hand-to-hand combat, is magic allowed, or is it only martial weapons?
Oh, no, you're good. Yeah, you're expected to go all out, as he will not be holding back.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. All right.
Also, while he's doing his flourish, that's when I'm gonna unleash haste on her, just biting into the licorice.
Oh,
Okay. I'm going to need a sleight of hand check, as people are saying they're imagining Toad doing Mortal Kombat now. Mortal Kombat!
Okay. I am. Let's do this. All right.
21.
21?
21.
Okay. Okay. As-
Go ahead, sorry.
Kinek stands there holding the spear, basically waiting for you to make the first move. And right as you begin to move is when Hao casts the spell, and you feel yourself faster, able to move much more quickly as you see the water fountains begin to almost slowly pour out in slow motion around you. The sounds of everything begin to deaden in their pace. You feel your heart slow down. Boom, 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 boom. You feel like you could move as fast enough to walk on this water.
Okay, we are on water. And Rybo, would you just entertain me? What is the weather like outside?
It is very sunny. However,
Okay.
there's always a chance you could ask your god for it to be not that, since that is your god. You're in about knee-deep water, so maybe about a foot and a half.
Oh, okay. Sorry, when you say ask my god, like somehow.
Go ahead, roll me a
News can-
percentage if that's what you want to happen before this starts. If you
Yes.
want Helm's Deep to roll in before the battle begins.
Yup, you know what? I just need my god to be there in presence. Give me some inspiration. 76.
76, absolutely. I gave you a 25% chance. That works for me.
Okay.
As
Okay.
he pulls back, the glint on the sun sphere fades from natural light as dark clouds begin to roll over the center of the city. A few drops of rain, but mostly the rolling of distant thunder can be heard. His spear begins to glint seemingly on its own, no longer from a reflection of the sun. But you can feel the presence of your god as Hao casts haste.
Cool. So as all of that is happening, I'm going to throw my hands together. And I'm going to let the storm come upon us. Call it forth, call it closer, and a storm cloud is going to start appearing over us. 10 feet tall, 60 feet wide, radius for call lightning.
All right. Over Kinak. And as it appears over him, I'm assuming you're going to call some lightning.
Mhm.
So above you, you channel the dark clouds downwards in a near tornado-like fashion, and as they pull down to pull into a physical storm above Kinak's head, it whirls heavily as static builds up as you pull it down on top of Kinak. Cumulonimbus blessing you with a strengthened version. So Kenak has to make a save, not you make a hit, correct?
Yes, save. Dex 14.
Since you rolled high enough to have your god basically be here for this fight, I'll do it at disadvantage.
Oi, yes.
Okay. As Cloud comes, Kenak stands strong and resolute. A blast of lightning slams into him, a direct hit as it sparks in the water nearby. He takes additional damage for being in this water as well.
Yes. Okay. 5, 10, 11, 20 points. Oh, I rolled 4d10 and that was 20 points of lightning damage. Do I roll another d10 for the water?
I got the extra stuff for you. You're good.
Okay, got it. So 20 lightning.
Okay.
And if I could, I'll just be like Nimbus, if you can, just try to get him in the tail, get him in the butt. I don't know if that works or not.
Just right in the butt, Nimbus, go.
I say telepathically to my god.
As sorry, yeah, right in the butt, Nimbus, go. As
Also,
oh, go ahead.
I
You're
was
also
gonna
a
say,
black
because of
screen,
haste,
by
you
the
also
way.
have an attack.
Are you?
Oh yeah, no, I did that. I did
Okay.
that because you guys are having a one-on-one fight.
Okay, just making sure.
Um,
I was like, man, my camera's messed up on him again.
No. I was gonna say, Zinnia, don't forget, you have a +2 to AC. You have advantage on dex saves, and you have an additional action on each of your turns because of haste. This can only be used though to attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object. So after you cast Call Lightning, you can hit him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then if you hit him, you can bonus action. Anyway, yep. I will
Great.
shut up now.
If you want to
Thank
run and
you.
attack, you can
Ye-
dash to him and smack him.
So haste, I get additional 2 AC with haste.
Yeah,
You betcha.
Oh,
because you're faster.
well. Let's go ahead and do that. Bonus action, take out great sword +1.
Okay.
Can I do that?
You don't even
before
need a bonus. That's free action.
Okay, free action doing that, and I'm gonna run over and swing at Kenak.
Okay. As he seems to be almost paralyzed as lightning courses around him in the water and sticks into the ground. He holds, not making much of a grimace at this, more just anger and a bit of a smile on his face as you rush up with your greatsword. Go ahead and make an attack.
I'm fighting Kenak. This is crazy. Oh my god, 16 plus things. 16 plus 6, 22.
Hits.
Fighting Kenak. Okay, sorry. I'm like geeking out. Okay. Oh, yeah. 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay. How far were we apart, if you can answer that question while you're doing
You're
your
about
stuff?
30 feet to start. With your haste, you get there no problem. You could try
Okay,
and
so-
move away if you'd like to. He just may take an
Oh.
attack of opportunity.
I'm not going to take that chance.
I don't understand why not. Just go for it.
So, okay, tell me, Reba, how hard would it be if I like tried to... No, but we're in knee-deep water. I was going to say come sliding in and hit him in the butt. Get the
Oh, do you
tail.
want to do a called shot on his tail?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you do a called
let's do it.
shot, he's going to do a called shot. Just FYI.
Oh, you... So what is called shot?
So
what is
called
the-
shot is an optional rule. It mostly
Okay.
existed in 3.5, but basically up to DM's discretion. If you're like, yeah, I want to try and hit him in the arm to disarm him, then okay, you can try and hit it. It'll be much harder depending on how much past their AC. You may get an additional effect. So if it's like 5 past their AC, if you roll that high, maybe you do disarm him. If you're like, you know what, I'm going right for the head, and they hit high enough past the DC, maybe you just straight decapitate him.
Okay. You know what? I'm not going to take my luck. Nimbus already came in the beginning. I might do it next round, but this is not a bad round so far.
As you begin to make your round, Jakey and Ren, How and Ren,
Yeah.
go ahead and turn your cams back on.
Okay.
Hi, guys. Welcome back.
Uh-oh. I don't,
Oh, no.
no, I don't want to, actually. I would like to stay back here. Pico, what are you... Sorry, Pico is...
Come at
Just
me,
in my
Spade.
face.
I don't have bludgeoning vulnerability.
That's true. You're now twice as good at fighting Spade. As How you cast haste outwards, And standing next to you is Spade, watching over you all, who notices. He does not take kindly to you interrupting the combat, as he's
Fair.
going to make attacks against you and attempt to throw you in the water as well. Okay, I need an athletics check for an opposed grapple.
You know, I'm so good at those. 5.
Oh, shoot. I actually rolled low, but I rolled higher than a 5, so...
What,
that
you
is
did? How?
Can I-
Impossible.
13
Can
was
I do
mine.
something in turn?
Probably not, because this is his
Okay.
reaction to house spell. Then you can, because we're about
Okay.
to be in initiative order.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh.
As
Uh-oh.
okay, you are grappled. As soon as the spell goes off, you just the slightest movement of your hand, trying to do it as subliminal as possible. You feel your hand as the final movement of the Naruto jutsu that you have to do, but just in one hand as magic works. You feel one of your fingers break as Spade grabs you with intense force and grapples you and pulls you forward by the throat and begins pummeling onto the side of your face before yelling out, "Interferes!" before he just starts pummeling. "They have no plans for a fair fight," as he hits you once. He did miss once, and so now he's going to also do a flurry of blows.
Okay. I'm gonna wait to do a thing once he's done pummeling me, because if he's holding on to me, he's got to hold on to me. So
Sounds good. As you're going to take, that is 32 points of bludgeoning damage.
God.
Isn't he just
Okay.
gonna no,
how now bleeding? I look up at him. Okay.
Don't mess with a wizard.
I'm gonna cast Fireball, and I'm gonna use my Scribe ability to make it a bludgeoning fireball inside of his chest.
I'm going to have you roll initiative before we
Okay.
say you're doing it, because now everyone, the crowd included, backs away and gasps at you. Ren, you see Hal begin to be pummeled. Robert pulls out his axe. Dinky looks confused at what's going on. Xenia, you turn to look at them, but before it goes to everyone,
Can
Keenak.
I roll a perception
Yeah, absolutely.
to see if I had noticed how cast that spell?
Absolutely.
This is 21 I rolled.
I rolled an 8 plus 4. I did not see you cast a
You
spell.
almost miss the pummeling of Hal. As Hal, you're also very, very bright white. You look like me. Right
Yeah,
now.
I
don't
need
know
to go
what's
turn
going on
off.
with that.
Sorry, I'm gonna go turn off my background.
You're good, you're
light.
good.
Also, this one is trying to eat wires. Love you, Pico. Look at her.
Oh, how
This
cute.
little queen.
And initiative.
As before the initiative happens, Keenak
Oh.
does get his turn, and like a bolt of lightning, you've never seen someone strike with such ferocity. As Xenia, real quick, I do need a a history check from you.
okay. Mm, yeah. 12 minus 1 is an 11.
Okay, you've seen him fight before. You've only seen him fight with this ferocity. He begins to fight with a near frenzy and barbaric rage. As he attacks into you. That is a miss, a hit, and a crit.
Uh-oh. That does not sound fun.
Oopsie doopsie. So, actually, that goes extra because barbarian. Okay, Xenia, like a bolt of lightning, he just takes the side of the spear and punches you in the gut with it before coming downward with the blade of the spear right across your shoulder, severing whatever muscle once was there, holding your left arm up as it kind of dangles and flops for a moment. You take 41 points of piercing damage.
Oh, God. Oh.
I think Keenak is a rogue, says Words Mythologic. Yes, I do need initiative from everybody. Most of the crowd begins to run. Some of them begin to watch, but it seems as if you are currently fighting Keenak and Spade.
Also, that's a nat 20 plus 3, so 23.
Mine's a nat
For
20 as
initiative.
well, plus 3.
Look at this bad boy, Jade Ivory, baby.
Roll for me
Come on.
again, Jakey boy.
Come on, focus on the turn. I showed off. Oh, whatever. Anyway, oh, still really good. 18, and I
Okay.
don't know if you were adding dex.
You will get to go first. This, as far as this order is concerned, because you beat my other roll, which was just an 8. So, okay, give me just a second. All right, so let me put up how. What did you get, Ren?
19.
19. Zania.
A dirty 20. Dirty.
Man, high rolls, everybody. And let's see. Robert and Dinky get 15, so not horrible.
Rin's just gonna be so confused. Just like, the only interference I saw was you, Spade.
In your mind, Spade's just like, good, good. They're interfering. Give him a little noogie while you're at it. Right. As it's gonna go top of the turn, as how you are thrown into the fountain as Spade stands next to Ren, Robert, and Dinky. You are maybe 10 feet away at this point. As Zania and Keenak fight 60 feet away from all of you.
Hal begins to like slightly hover out of the water,
I've been waiting this whole time you've been following us to do this.
and yeah, I'm gonna cast Fireball, but I get to change the type of damaging, and I'm gonna change it to bludgeoning damage. So it's a bludgeoning fireball that's gonna explode inside of Spade's
Please tell me
chest.
It just looks like
Beautiful.
a bunch of fists in the air. Just.
Everybody else
Yeah,
still needs to make
basically.
deck saves, correct?
I'm gonna put it like so it's because it's a sphere, so I'm gonna put it so like the sphere is just pummeling down on him, like basically just like a massive like it starts as a fireball that twirls into a giant fist and just slams downwards onto him.
So he is right next to Ren, Robert,
I'll make
and
that dex
Dinky,
save.
with you 10 feet away.
Oh,
You're gonna
he
have to
is?
hit
Oh.
one person at least.
You said he grappled me though, didn't he?
Yeah, he threw you with that. away.
Oh, he threw me.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay, Hal. It's okay. I'll take that deck save.
Okay. Take the deck save.
Okay. Your DC is
15.
okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I passed with that.
He passes, so he takes normal fireball damage. As suddenly an explosion of pure force rocks down on the bones of the unwilling that previously pummeled you right inside your temples. How much damage?
Let me double check. I'm so bad at Dungeons and Dragons. Oh wow, that's a lot more D6 than I thought. I'm just gonna click D&D Beyond's thing.
It's a lot easier at that point.
Yeah, it's oh my god.
No.
I can show you a screenshot of this. That's
I just saw it.
Oh wait, did that come up for you guys? Does that
Yeah.
appear?
Wait, what?
Oh, okay, well 33 bludgeoning like bludgeoning fireball.
Beautiful.
That's a thick fireball. Holy,
That's a
two
thick
ones and the
boy.
rest 5s and 6s.
I love it. Ren, so
um,
you'll take 16 from that.
I'll take it.
And then I'm gonna I'm gonna back away with my movements to get on like the other side of like as far as I can from all of these buttholes. Because I am but a wizard.
So are you attempting... So basically what's happening is there's this group of you who's on the edge of the fountain. 60 feet further inward is Zania and Keenak. You could move, east or west, basically, to try and get away from them and create a triangle.
Diagonally behind Zania.
Okay, you want to try
So,
and go...
like-
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because if, like Buddy's already thrown me, and while I'm running, I'm going to say like he's lying. That's it.
Oh,
'Cause he
roll a
just said-
persuasion.
Okay.
At disadvantage. Or actually, that's
That's
deception,
okay.
not persuasion.
I'm more than okay to do that. Plus 0. 17 and a 14, so 14 total.
14. Okay. As you say, he's lying. A few of the crowd stop, but are quickly dragged away by the rest of them not wanting to be involved in this fight at all. Seeing as how Keenak did take down the dragon, they're afraid of any sort of collateral damage when the explosion of force happens above Spade, which really seals their deal as they're running away. As they may believe you, but most of them are just not wanting to be where destruction is right now.
Well, because Keenak wouldn't have seen me in the crowd casting the spell, so this could easily be Spade lying. So that's why I'm like, I don't
sure.
care if either of them believe me.
Because we
Yeah.
all know Spade to be untrustworthy.
Yes. Spade and Keenak often lie. As anything else you got?
Just my movement. I don't really have anything as like a. I don't remember how on D&D Beyond can you organize things by bonus action and action.
Under the actions tab, you should have actions at the top, and then if you scroll down, there's bonus actions.
Does it show me my spells? Do I just not have any? That's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Right. As it's going to go to Keenak and Spade's turn. Spade doesn't really like what you did to him. But he also... He's not going to necessarily hurt your friends for it. He will attempt to try and hurt you, though. As Spade goes to jump over the stone column on the side, or the little, basically what keeps the fountain in. Ren, do you, Robert, and Dinky have a chance to join in this and do an attack of opportunity? You don't have to, but you have the option.
Who is Keenak going to attack? Is it Zania?
He is currently fighting Zania, but Spade is going to go attack
To me,
Hal
that
right
is
now.
To me, that is Keenak and Zania's fight. I'm not joining in on that. I was under the assumption we were keeping that fair, so I'm keeping that fair. Because I want her to win, and I want it to be an honorable win at that. So, no, I'm not going to attack Keenak.
Okay. As Spade jumps away from you, he's the one who gives the attack of opportunity.
Oh, then yeah, I'll attack Spade.
Such a
Yeah,
no.
for sure.
Honor, for sure. Oh, that guy? Fuck that guy. Yeah. I mean, he saved me once, but screw
it's
him.
honor because I didn't see how cast the spell. So
He saved my life, but
I'm
he's gotta
literally
die.
gonna stand there and
He's gotta die.
say,
He's gotta die. I get you.
You're the one interfering. And yeah, no, I will totally cast a spell.
It's attack of opportunity, not a cast spell.
Oh.
So
Well,
if you
then
want,
I
you can hit him.
No, I can't hit him. So I just stand there looking angry and yelling and saying, "You're the instigator."
Oh, okay. Chat, how does Robert feel about this? Should he attack Spade with this attack of opportunity?
Keep in mind, Chad, I can't literally hit anyone. I cause no damage with.
Oh, you've got the emotional support cupcake.
Oh, it's so
Yes,
tasty.
Yes, I do.
Delicious.
I think he'd grapple. It's not a bad idea. Can he
Go ahead and
grapple
grapple.
Spade? That's 2 grapples immediately. Yeah, I'll give him an opportunity if he'd like. Well, he can't with an attack of opportunity. He can on his turn to try and put an end to the fighting. But with this, he can make an attack of opportunity. So, with that, I think Dinky would do what he could to save Zania, personally. But I don't want to make that call for Will, so I'll let his dumb brother make the choice.
Oh God. I don't think he would like. I don't know how Dinky would react to like. It's an honorable fight between Zania and Keenak. I don't think he would interfere in that. So if anything, he would help Hal.
Hal got the squirrel back with him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Dinky,
Dinky would totally attack Spade. Because
Dinky is
Spade's
going to-
attacking Fwyn.
prep to turn into a giant gorilla on his turn. He's gonna do an attack of opportunity, but it's gonna do no damage because same as he. Yeah, okay, he rolled a nat 1, so he's like, no, don't do it, big bully, as he jumps over the side to go attack Hal. But Ren, you don't attack him. Robert, I'm seeing people are saying he wouldn't attack, but he is gonna try and grapple him on his turn. So okay, Spade is gonna rush towards you, Hal, though, and do another set of attacks and flurry of blows if he hits.
Okay.
Your AC is currently making sure it didn't change when you morphed.
It's 16 because of I forgot that like I've been taking a spell slot away because I just catch mage armor. So it's
Okay.
been 16.
Good to know. That did
Um,
matter. That stopped one of the attacks. And one of the flurry of blows.
If another one hits, I'm going to take a chance on it and I'm going to shield.
Okay, that does stop another one of them. So it doesn't stop the original hit, but it stops both flurry of blows. So as you get clocked with an uppercut, you create a field of force as the other two try and pummel into you. His heavy, heavy, bony, skeletal fingers almost cut like knives into you. So that's one hit. So that is 9 damage.
Okay.
And it's going to go to Kinek's turn. Zinnia, as he slashes into you.
What was that?
What was that? What was
I'm gonna ruin your day. I'm Keenek.
He's kind of confident. As he looks at you with the spear, he stands towering above you and looks over to your friends. He points his spear at them, says, "Tell them to back down," as he's using his intimidating presence. So I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw from you.
Okay. Wisdom plus.
Yo, Spade swung first. I don't know, man.
Did he?
I mean,
Yeah,
as far as
He
I
swung.
know, he did.
He swung first. That's right.
This
He
is
didn't
the
say I'm not allowed to help.
this is the Hermione like, oh look how good Ron is. So I wasn't doing magic. It's fine. Don't worry about it. As what was your wisdom save?
16.
16. Okay. You are frightened of Keenek.
Okay.
Keenek stands imposing above you. You are afraid of what he will do to your friends if they do not back down.
Back down now, please.
Zinnia cries out to Hal, Ren, Robert, and Dinky. She looks terrified for her life, and Keenek looks like he's ready to plunge his spear into her if she gives him the opportunity. It's going to go to your turn, Zinnia. You're currently afraid of Keenek.
One of my
make sure-
actions is engaging. Oh,
I'm going to make sure real quick. Okay. Okay. End of next turn. All right. So yeah, you're good. You're good.
action, disengage.
Okay. Yeah, you're going to try and run as far away as you can. Where are you headed? Towards
Right.
How or opposite? Or near your friends?
Because they're engaged with a spade, right?
Currently, How is in melee with Spade. Ren, Robert, and Dinky are all kind of basically about to go over the side of the fountain and help.
I mean, I want to be as far as I can from Keenek and Spade, but also within 120 feet. That's a pretty.
Oh
good
yeah, you're
range.
totally fine.
It's just the furthest I can go away from either of them.
Okay, you go further into the fountain then. You go towards Ithka. So now there's basically a 30 feet from you is Keenek, 30 feet from Keenek is How and Spade, and 30 feet from them is Ren, Robert, and Dinky.
Okay. So can I still attack if I'm frightened by the being?
You can. You used your action to disengage.
But haste gives me 2 actions.
True.
So my second action
I'm in.
is could my call actually I think call lightning, I don't know if that's a bonus action or action. Either way, we're gonna move hit Keenak in the butt with lightning. With the call lightning. Oh wait, I was hit. I didn't roll for concentration on that one. It's concentration, so
Oh, true. You do need to. That was okay. So the first hit was 17, and the other one was 24.
okay.
So
what'll the roll
that'll
concentration
be DC 10 and then a DC 12 for
Okay.
con save. Or
You
yeah,
can do it. You can do it.
Concentration.
Cool.
You can do
14
it.
for the first one.
cool.
Come on.
15 for the next one.
Yeah.
Boom. Just made
Okay.
it.
Up. I hit it. Nimbus, please hit him in the butt. Get that tail off. With my call lightning.
Okay.
And I'm going to use one of my channel divinities to do max damage.
Okay. Solid. So it's gonna go for straight 40.
Yes.
Okay.
And in the water, so whatever magic damage, additional damage you have.
He
for
does
that.
save, but
Okay.
the water doubles the damage, so
Oh.
it goes back to normal max damage.
Cool.
Yeah.
Solid. So that is 40 damage, correct?
Yes.
Okay, he's a little mad now. As anything else you're doing?
That's all I can do. So thank you.
Beautiful. Let's go to Ren, then Robert, then Dinky.
Ren yells that to Keenak. You gonna let him interfere? Pointing over to Spade because, as far as Ren knows, he's just beating up on Hal for no reason. So, with that being said, he's gonna get a fireball with a little safety thing on there to make sure my friends don't get barbecued too.
Okay. I was going to say, based on where they're at, somebody's getting hurt. It's either you or Hal, but you're a sorcerer, so it don't matter.
I can do what I want. All
She's
right.
electric.
Boogie, boogie, boogie. You can feel it. It's electric. Boogie, boogie, boogie. All right, I gotta roll these. Give me a second. That's a lot of dice. 6, 6, 5, 12, 17. Oh shit. 17, 18, 19, and then 28, 29, 30. And 2 more. 36, 38.
38. Spade does save, so that'll go to 19.
All right, that's fine.
All right, Spade is a monk. I was like, how is he saving on every
Dex.
spell?
He'd be a shadow monk.
That's all right. I got something else
Right.
for him that he's gonna pass anyway.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because it's a wisdom.
Oh. I was going to say, there's been a lot of wisdom checks that everybody has proficiency in and dex saves tonight so far. Right. Anything else you're doing, Ren? As a huge jettison of fire hits the fountain, engulfing you, Hal, before you look around as the flame doesn't hurt you, but
They
a jet
are
of
white.
steam comes up
They
from
are
the water
white
below.
flames.
With the white flames as they engulf Spade. He quickly dunks into the water, so he's mostly hurt by the steam, which still hurts a lot, but it's not a direct fireball. Anything else?
And as far as bonus action goes, I'm gonna keep my distance, but I am going to telekinetically shove him into the water. I would like him to make a strength save.
What is this?
It's one of my feats. I'm telekinetic, so that's why my mage hand is invisible.
Gaia?
So I need him to make a strength save.
Against...
Being shoved into the water.
I know, what's the DC?
Oh, 15.
No, I'm very aware of what's happening.
No, sorry. I had that happen when I worked EMS. They
No.
asked me, where did the patient fall? And I said, through the table. And they're like, no, where on their body? And I was like, oh.
Well, he rolled a nat 1, so he is dunked in the water.
Cool. I'm going to just hold him there as long as I can.
Okay.
Oh, so he's prone?
No,
Let's go.
But I do push him down, so
Wait, but he's unwilling, right? So like, does he need air?
no.
Oh, I
No,
was
but
wondering.
he's on the ground and probably will have a lower movement speed, which could be good for how to get away. As it's going to go to Robert's turn, who Robert is going to jump over the edge and run, now that you have him pinned down, to try and grapple Spade to stop this nonsense. But Robert does look at Zania as he jumps over and she says, "Stop this! Don't do it! Don't interfere!" Robert thinks there's something going on here. He's not going to interfere with your Zinnia, but he is going to stop Spade. As Robert runs over there and says, "Spade, what are you doing?" As he like trudges through the water and then jumps to try and get on top of Spade. As we need opposed grapple rolls. Robert does grapple Spade. As he grabs him underneath both arms, as you basically literal full Nelson with 3 arms, as he's under his arms as your mage hand pushes his head down. Spade is pretty locked in there. As it's going to go to Dinky's turn, who Dinky jumps up to the edge and says, "Yeah,
no.
Spade, stop it," before he turns into a giant gorilla and grows through the water. Does Dinky punch him as a big gorilla?
I can answer that one for you, yes.
Okay.
He does the wind up Popeye Donkey Kong style. Oh!
I think he just turns into an ape, not a giant ape, because giant ape is CR7, and that doesn't make no sense.
I was gonna say
No.
giant ape is a thing I can turn people into, but Dinky does can't with Welsh.
Yeah, he could do it with polymorph, but yeah. So he's gonna run up and
Get
He
that
mi-
bludgeoning damage.
he misses the first hit, but he pretends that it's part of just intimidating as he slams down. Water goes flying up everywhere. The spade looks over before he clocks him right in the side of the face
Yeah. Take his head off. I
for
want it.
14 because of double. Spade's bones are looking kind of brittle.
Good.
Good. Good.
Ooh, does
Let's
Spade
just
get to
solidify
join
that
the
we're
goblins
evil.
in cool game.
Hey, Spade threw the first punch. This is on him, man.
Yeah.
Oof. Okay. How? It is your go.
You picked a fight with the wrong person.
I'm gonna back away from Spade, and then I'm gonna open.
As you do so,
I still have shield active, so he can swing.
as you do so, yeah, he kicks at you as you try and run away as his arms are being held.
21 to hit.
Nat 20, baby.
He's grappled though,
Yeah.
so wouldn't he have disadvantage?
No, that's restrained. Is you can't attack. Grapple doesn't stop any
This
attacks.
is true.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's restrained where you can't move.
Okay.
Or maybe I'm wrong.
That's 19 bludgeoning.
Okay. How's
As you're like, wrong guys. He just nails you right in the bladder. As you, okay, hold on though. As you,
I'm gonna back away as far as I can with my full movement, and then I'm gonna cast magic missile and make it bludgeoning damage.
it's so rude. It's so
I just
rude.
look and
love
say,
it.
Dodge this, asshole.
Oh. 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 Okay. Yeah, tell me the damage. Tell me non-doubled damage.
Non-double. It's dart,
Oh my god.
and I just roll for the first one. Oh, I thought I had to roll for all of them. Okay, well the first one's that's 5 force damage. But I'm casting at a 3rd level because that's what I marked on my thing. So that's how many darts? 5. It creates 1 more dart, so that would be it's 3,
4.
so it'd be 5 darts. So that would
Oh,
be
yeah.
5 times. So that's 25 bludgeoning damage.
Yes.
As I am asking chat real quick, is Robert big enough and strong enough to cast a shadow? Just curious. He was a big boy, 25 bludgeoning damage.
Will he get a chance?
As these missiles fly towards it, they begin to form these arcane pink-like pellets that fly towards him, but right before they hit, they manifest themselves into ball bearings of steel moving at incredibly high speeds. As you can hear bone cracking and breaking beneath. His femur splinters, his shin bone completely cracks, his jaw loses several teeth. It is not a good time. It is not raining. It is like drizzling. It's kind of raining. It is kind of raining. There's that kind of dimness, but it's like midday raining. There's not just shadows everywhere because of it. But if you want there to be, there could be.
I know, I'm standing right in broad daylight. How has watched him jump from shadows and stuff? I am standing where I know he will not just jump and blink up to me.
I'm just saying, I mean, if Robert casts a shadow, because he's so giant, which I think chat would want Robert to be that giant. I would say, personally,
Whose side are you on? The DM side.
right? As,
Dude, I have 1 health, man. Come on.
oh, really?
Yeah!
Dang, okay. Yeah, that's the end of your turn, correct?
Yup.
As Spade is in Robert's arms, getting beaten by a gorilla. Ren, you've blown him up with a fireball. He's getting pummeled by things for trying to stop cheating, might I add. As
we were
Spade
trying to stop him from cheating.
he doesn't need to breathe. This is a reflex from when he once was alive. He's hurting real bad. It is their turn. As they continue to see the fighting happening, Kinak turns and looks to you, Zinnia, and says, I told you, before Kinak's going to rush towards you. Kinak's going to be swinging as reckless as possible at you. Okay. 3 hits. One of them's a crit.
Oh, dearie, dearie, dearie.
I'm not a grave cleric, but can I point and cancel the crit because I feel like it?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay, cool. I canceled the crit.
Kinak is not a wizard, but he does counterspell your magic missiles.
You know what?
Fair.
Point taken, point taken, point taken. See you later, Zinnia.
Okay. That is... Sorry. Barbarians and their extra dice.
Are you sorry? Are you?
I am.
Are you really?
Kind of.
This reminds me of that Green Tech story where this guy is just like, man, I was playing soccer and I swung for the ball and I actually kicked the guy and I wanted to say I'm so fucking sorry and
Oh, yeah.
And are you okay? And
Are
instead
you
I just looked him in
sorry?
the eyes and said, are you fucking sorry?
I love that one, dude. So, Zinnia,
Give it to me.
you take 67 points of piercing damage.
God.
All
I
right.
would be dead, personally.
What is your maximum health?
Oh, how do I wait? Give me a second. I think it was 48.
Your maximum health is 48.
How
I
do I
need you to make me a... No, it's double max is the issue. We went over this when we dropped the house, so you're good. So, but you're currently dying.
You have less health than the wizard?
You have the same health as the sorcerer?
How the hell? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
What's your con mod?
1.
Trash.
You're trash. Absolute. What a waste.
Who dumps their con stat?
As
sorry, I'll yell
Robert
at you after.
slashes down onto your other shoulder, you begin to feel both of them go limp, unable to move your arms. He hits you with the back of the spear, causing you to fall in the water. You hold your breath before a spear stabs its way into your lungs, and he pulls out. You begin to feel, as you gasp inward, water enter your lungs, both from your gut and as you gasp inward. Zinnia is dying under the water now.
Also, Aloof said before the killing blow, which I'm assuming this is, wild magic.
Oh, absolutely. Zinnia, you're technically alive. I need a wild magic surge from everyone.
Oh, everybody.
No!
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Just like
Fireball on self.
100?
Fireball on self.
Yeah,
Wow.
so I need percentile.
I just got 100.
You regain all sorcery points, Red.
I got 18. I don't know what that is.
18. You grow a long beard made of feathers that remain until you sneeze. The same thing that happened to Salt that time. Suddenly, a rainbow peacock feather beard appears on as the exhale of air. Cumulonimbus wants to save Zinnia and throws magic out there, but as this angelic weapon of the sun spear is in the way, magic begins fluctuating wildly around this fountain. As such, you suddenly grow a beard of feathers. How? Rainbow, peacock feathers that now go all the way into the water and kind of weigh you down a little bit. Return of the feather beard for Alex. Zinnia, what did you get?
74.
74. A random creature within 60 feet of you becomes poisoned for 1d4 hours. So there are
Oh!
5 allies, 7 bad guys. I'm gonna roll a D8.
We're not near hard.
Actually, not including you, so it's D6. Besides Zinnia, everybody pick a number. How, Ren? What's your favorite number in a D6?
6.
1 and a 6. Okay. Ren, you are poisoned
No.
for 1 hour.
That just means I have
Disadvantage on literally
on-
everything.
I'm going to roll wild magic for Robert. That's 38. Robert is 1d6 flumps controlled by the DM appear in unoccupied spaces within 60 feet of you and are frightened of you. They vanish after 1 minute. I don't
Little
know
spaghetti
what
monsters.
Yeah, I don't know what a flump is, but in our idea, yeah, a little
They're
spaghetti
the-
monsters.
They're the best.
As literal flying spaghetti monsters. Boom, 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 boom. It says 1d6. 3 of them appear right above Robert, and you hear them all go and run off into the fountain
Same.
as best they can.
Can you do that for me one more time? Just one more. I love the echo.
Macaroni with the chicken strips.
A sudden fog of cloud envelops Spade, Ren, How moved away actually. So how you see a
Yeah, I
fog
moved
of
my full
cloud
movement. I've been
over
running.
that group that is currently there as Dinky rolled the fog cloud one, which is 63.
Wait, I have a question. Just
I have an
real
answer.
Quick. So they're in the whatchamacallit, right? The fountain.
Yes.
I never moved from my original spot away from the fountain. How
Okay,
far
so
away
yeah,
am
you're
I?
not over there. I thought you moved up too, but yeah, you're not
Because
over there.
all I've done is fireball the mother lover.
Cool. Yeah, you're not over there then.
Okay, cool.
So Robert gets an 8. 7 and 8 are the famous wild magic numbers.
Oh,
As
no.
a fireball is on Robert, Spade, and Dinky.
Like a full TPK. Rybo wasn't joking. Even. Oh, Lord.
Robert and Dinky fail. Spade passes. That doesn't matter though, as Spade did not have much health left. Let's see the damage we get there. How? Why don't you roll me the fireball damage since you have that?
That's amazing. I will. I also have a question, sweet GM. The fireball is 20-foot radius. Was the fountain encumbersome at all?
Wait, do it.
Like, because I was in the fountain water getting my crap eaten out
It's
of
not
me
a.
by
It's,
Spade.
no, you're still
Okay,
okay.
good. Because I was like, I wouldn't have gotten out of the fireball radius, and
No, you're good.
oh no,
Also,
that's
they're
31
asking
damage.
31.
D&D Beyond, thank you for your weighted dice.
Spade has taken 133 points of damage total. He had 130 health as Spade falls in Robert's arms into the drink. Robert takes all of it, as does Dinky.
I'm gonna magic missile Spade just to be sure he's dead.
Double tap.
That knocks Dinky out of being an ape as he goes into regular form.
Good.
Good.
I'd like to think
That-
it's just
I
like
mean-
he's hovering there as big gorilla, and then suddenly little Dinky.
You wouldn't know there's a fog cloud because of all that.
That's true.
But before Spade does die, he's still got to have his wild magic surge.
Oh no.
Oh.
That's
no.
24,
Oh no. Oh
which
no.
is
Fireball 2, electric boogaloo. Let's go. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
skin. Spade's skin turns a vibrant shade of blue. A remove curse spell can end this effect. He doesn't even have skin. His bones are all blue now.
Well, yeah, because they're underwater.
Yeah. He can't breathe. He's turning black and blue.
So wait, does Keenek have to roll too?
Yeah, he's about to. He's the last
Okay.
one.
Oh no.
Okay,
Oh no.
okay.
Oh, no.
Fireball and Keenek.
That is a 9.
That'll outright
Oh,
kill.
so close.
Outright kills Nia.
What is it, Rybo?
That is a 5th level magic missile. So that
No.
is 7 bolts that go flying. How? I seem to recall you mentioning being pretty merciless with your magic missiles.
Oh no.
I have been, yeah. I'm gonna cast counter spell if I see
Counter
magic
spell.
missile floating at me, because that's terrifying.
Oh, it's not you that he thinks maybe he should be merciless about. But you know what, Zinnia,
Oh.
you weren't merciless. So he does send magic missiles at
I
the
would
only
also
one,
too.
only two outside of the bog cloud that he can see. So he's going to send 4 at Ren, 3 at Hao.
I would
Yeah,
also like to counterspell if possible with wild magic.
Oh yeah, it's a wild magic. Does it say it
I don't think
casts
you
the
can-
spell or
you-
it just activates?
It says you cast. If you want to try and
I'm
Okay,
counterspell
so-
it.
going to counterspell.
Okay.
If it's 5th level, I still have to roll, but yeah, I'm gonna.
Are you
use up
both
my
gonna
last
attempt to
3rd level
counterspell?
slot.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, both of you 3rd level slot. See if you can beat it.
I don't. That's an 8.
Oh, I'm so scared. I love you, Arcana Cast. That's an 18 that I
18.
rolled. Flat 18. I don't know.
He
what
doesn't
is
have
anything.
a casting modifier, and since this is supposed to be for sorcerers, I'll roll just a flat d20. Okay. 15. It does get countered. As bolts begin to fly outwards, Ren,
No!
you call them towards you and create a field of negative energy that basically suck them inward. Keenak didn't even know he was doing this, so he's not too upset about it.
Okay.
But now it's going to go to Spade's turn, who slinks and falls to the ground as he has to make a death save.
Ooh,
Spade
what
fails
do I
one.
say? Yay.
Going to go to you,
What a shame.
Zania. Death save from you at disadvantage because you are currently drowning.
Disadvantage.
Gigantic Loki says the only thing that it does. Not true. It gives you an additional 5 AC.
I rolled a 19, but then a 3.
1 death save to Zania. 1 fail. As you can see the water surrounding you, your cloud begins to fade that you are concentrating on, but the one overhead, lightning courses throughout the top of it. Ren, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Perception plus 4 is 21.
21. You see Keenak walking towards the cloud with Zania nowhere to be seen. Zania would be 90 feet away from you, so you can't even see where her body is. True, gigantic Loki.
Keenak! We were keeping this fight fair. Spade stepped in. We did not interfere with you or Zania.
Do you
just
hold
gonna
and try
stand
and
there.
persuade him?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a persuasion.
Which one's got the cooler looking the 20? Okay. Ah! 27.
27. Okay. See what he does on his turn. Robert and Dinky are in the cloud. Robert goes out.
I can't see. Spade's fallen.
You can't see what he's doing, but Dinky says, yeah, the skeleton's gone. So he yells out. How? It's your go.
Oh, it would be a 3rd
Dinky
level
did a
spell. I was
stinky.
gonna see if I could dispel magic, but I don't have any 3rd level left.
Alcohol. Stressed.
Stress.
Word.
Drink. Shot.
Um,
Shot. Shot. Shot.
Shot.
How is going to I'm going to How walks up and he's like slowly takes out of his bag a small like chili pepper that he twists in his hand and wreathes and then he eats it. And How's eyes light up with this white aura. And then as they does he exhales on his fists and punches them together and they start to glow. I'm gonna cast Dragon's Breath on myself and make it bludgeoning damage. And I'm gonna stand between Keenak and the fog cloud, and
Is it an
I'm
action to
just go-
cast that spell?
it's a bonus action.
Okay, and then
It's
an
an action to
breathe
exhale,
it.
which I
Gotcha.
still can do.
Just making sure.
I'm just gonna aim my fist where like I last saw Spade.
Another step and I let this go, and Spade will be dust. He interfered first.
Roll a deception.
+0, but 19.
Okay.
How angy?
You hold the action, waiting for Keenak to move. You hear water splashing around inside the fog cloud as Robert and Dinky must be moving around trying to find something in there. I need to look at one thing real quick.
Is it weird I'm listening to Na 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 by My Chemical Romance because it's just utter chaos? Na 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 na.
This is
Just
like
listen
my
to Dead.
contribution to this. This is my contribution because I don't have healing. I
Raiders,
Hello. As
Raiders.
greetings, friends.
Keenak walks towards the dust cloud. He looks at you, Ren,
Oh no.
and he looks saddened and disappointed at you all. He looks like he wished he wouldn't have to be doing what he did. He wanted an honorable fight with Zinnia. And he believed you for a moment. But then House speaks up, and he can sense the fear and the desperation in needing this to work in Howe's voice. That kind of tips him off a little bit. He holds the spear up in the air. And he waits to see what you all do. But he says, Zinnia drowns now. Leave her to drown. And I will let you live. He holds the spirit.
You know we can't do that. You know that. We have come so far. And you let this prick interfere. And then you say we have to let and watch her die. You have your spear. You have glory. You have people worshiping now. You come out on top. We can't let that happen.
So you do not accept the trial by combat, Drow?
I wasn't raised here.
And I'm gonna unleash the bludgeoning thing right into the where. You know what? I'm gonna unleash it on him.
Okay.
Dex save from him.
On him instead of Spade?
Yep. I'm gonna wind up and just a huge, like, massive fist comes out and just decks him.
Do it. He fails.
Okay. Just gonna click on D&D Beyond again. 9 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Big ol' arcane fist. And then yeah.
It should be noted magical bludgeoning, right?
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, it is. It is
Okay.
magical.
Yeah.
Yes.
As you know, a tear comes out of Howe as he throws a fist of pure stone as it clocks Keenak in the cheek. You can see blood spit out from him. I knew she traveled with no honor. As he holds a spear up, I need everybody to make a con saving throw, except for Robert and Dinky.
When he says that, Hal just looks up at him and gives him the bird and says,
Who needs honor when you have friends, asshole?
yeah, I'll roll that con save.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
What was it? Nasty
You
20?
actually won't have to, Zania. You're under the water, so
I figured. Yeah.
if
Maybe
you
this
want to,
time
I'll
it'll
let
me
you.
do.
Well,
Come on, show. Let me do for once.
What'd you get?
I'm trying so hard. Come
Got
on.
a nat 20.
Nat 20.
There it is.
Got it.
23 total.
What'd you get, Ren?
24.
22.
24. Okay. You both pass as a sudden burst of sunlight shines up above the fog cloud. Those who can see it. Let me make sure to each creature in that light. Yeah, I'd say fog cloud obscures that, so they don't have to worry about it. So you're not blinded, and so you're going to take half of 12d6 damage.
Is it above 1?
It do be above 1.
What? He's cheating, guys.
Guys,
Take his dice away. Mom. Also, I agree, words. That is the episode title.
what is it?
Barbarian hunk gets fisted by a wizard.
Check it out at your local.xxx website today, as he actually rolled really low on this, so it's 38 points of 38 points that gets halved, so 19 points of radiant damage to Ren and Hao.
Guys, I'm down somehow.
He held his action for you to make a move. He was gonna let
Surprise
you,
Pikachu face. How did this happen?
it's your turn, Ren. As a sudden light appears above your head, and you instinctually know this is not lightning coming from the cloud. You know the rumors of the Sun Spear. You know to cover your eyes before a flash of light, even just without even seeing it, you can feel your skin burn from the heat of it. You hear a splash on the other side of the fog cloud. You actually can't see how. You just hear a splash over there. Sure, go.
Ren looks up with now tattered clothes. Spits off to the side, looks at Keenak and says, "Look, they're all down." Ren's gonna drop form and go to changeling form. You let them live, and I'll go with you. Look, you already have your honor. You already have the spear. My blood is valuable. Just let them live.
Roll persuasion.
First net 20 of the night.
You hop over the edge and get close to plead with him as you drop to your knees in the water and plead, asking him to take you and let them live. Kinect looks down at you, says, I don't want your blood, changeling. I wanted justice for thieves. Your friend drowns. And the one who attacked me drowns. The rest of you may leave with your lives. I'm going to find my friend as he goes to walk into the fog cloud.
I go into the fog cloud with him.
Chat. Robert obviously hears all this, as does Dinky. How does Robert feel about this, and what should Robert do in response? As this is happening, Zinnia and Hao, I need a death save, as do I need one for Spade. Spade passes one.
I also am holding... yeah, I'm going to hold a 4th level fireball
Okay.
as well.
Sounds fair.
And when I'm holding this spell is when I find Spade.
Wait, oh, as in, as soon as you
As
find him
in-
in the cloud, you're going to blow up?
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
taking Spade with me.
Oh. Okay. That's different. That does change things. So, let me see. Robert wants to save friends over hurting Spade. See, people are agreeing with that. Robert wants to save Zinnia. Robert doesn't know what's going on with Zinnia right now, other than he hears that she's drowning. So, first thing I need to know, Zinnia, how? What were your saves?
This many.
Hey, wait, me too.
Oh,
Wait, that's
hey.
7, right?
Hey, 7 crew?
7 crew. I thought it was a 1 at first, and I was like, well, but it's a 7.
Ooh, one would be bad. Zinnia, you're dying. You have one more.
Roll 7 to go to heaven. Let's go. Hoo, hoo, hoo.
How? You're dying. Spade makes one save. As Robert hears and says,
What do you mean she's dying?
Dinky says, "Yeah, where is she?" Before Ren, go ahead and roll me a perception to follow the sound of
Okay.
Robert's voice, because he's right near where Spade is.
I'm gonna say, Arcana Cash, you've been doing me good tonight. That's a 17 plus 4, so what, 21?
Robert is not a quiet person. He continues to cry out, asking what's going on, as he cannot see here in the fog. He doesn't know how far the fog extends. You follow his voice. You can see maybe a foot in front of you. You see the big guy, and you hit something in the water and look down and see the bones, as you see Keenek standing next to you all as well. Robert looks to you and says,
Where's Sinia?
before you're holding your spell, do you wait or do you blow Spade sky high?
Can I lift up Spade's head first
Oh, absolutely.
and look at
Do you
Keenan?
like pop it off of his body? You know that doesn't hurt him to do that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You grip him like a bowling ball between the eye sockets and pick him up.
Enoch, if we're going out, he's coming with us and fireball himself.
Okay. As
I'm gonna use a safety on Robert and Dinky.
and yourself, or
I'd rather go out on my own terms than get stabbed by Keenek, so no.
fair enough. Keenek's gonna make a save. Spade cannot make a save. That's 2 death saves. The fire appears beneath the skull of Spade before you see the cracks and the light emanate as it engulfs the fog cloud. Spade is dead. Keenek fails. And you are choosing to fail, basically. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Do you want me to click the D&D Beyond thing quick?
Up to
Yeah.
Drew.
Yeah.
That's what I was just
Let's
asking.
go for it.
Wow, first
At
non
4th level.
evening. Oh, 4th level. Okay, let me re-click that. Sorry. Boop. 29.
Okay. As I need to check one thing real quick. Okay, yeah. As are you still up, Ren, with that damage?
No, I just go out.
As you do so, with Spade's retaliation feature, he takes damage from a creature within 5 feet. In an instant, his spear drops into your gut. So you fail 2 death saves as well.
Jeez.
Zinnia, Hao, Ren, need you all to make death saves.
Let's go.
Fair.
Hey, I got a 15.
1 pass for Ren.
I get to make my favorite reference, which chat back me up. Shout out to the 2 crew. Let's go. You too can die with Dicey Encounters dice.
Hey.
New store update. Look at that.
Wait.
Look how close
Got a
to
lot of
20
people that
that
just
was.
bought dice.
We're
You don't
using
tell
those
them that.
other dice for D20, and then, by the way, for Dicey Encounters.
You're gonna die.
I alternate between these 2 bad boys. I don't use any other dice other than my handmade ones. I can't wait for my slime ones, which I ordered from Dicey Encounters Dice Store. Hal says as he looks at the camera bleeding out.
Zinnia.
7 crew. Woo, woo.
7 go to heaven. Hoo, hoo.
Hoo, hoo, hoo.
Okay. As time passes, Hao and Ren, you're underneath the water and nearby enough to where you hear what sounds to be like distant, almost just bass from underneath the waves. As if you're underneath, you can hear, but it's faded, it's far away. Sania, everyone is in the pool. You begin to feel your last breath exit. Before you are not subject to dying, your god gives you one final blessing and strikes a bolt of lightning into the fountain to end your misery quickly and painlessly. You feel all the memories of your life rush before your eyes. You feel a scar form on your other arm, leaving you a lightning scar both on your left and right arm. This sort of blessing in your religion is essentially approval from your God for your deeds in life. You can die with peace in your heart as the white light finally takes you. You do not find yourself in the realm between realms, as you have a God that not only you believe in, that approves and accepts your deeds. Cumulonimbus is an air elemental. You find yourself reincarnated, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Hao and Ren, you hear arguing, and you hear splashing. You don't know what's going on, but it seems that a fight has broken out between Kinak and the two that remain. I need another death save from the both of you.
I need a special dice for this.
Remember how I rolled 2 nat 20s today? This is fitting.
Oh, come
Okay,
on.
at least it wasn't my
Oh.
dice.
Dang.
Where? Come on.
Blood
Show-
dice.
Oh wait, is the rip
It's saying
trying to
rip on
appear
it.
on?
It's saying
Wow!
rip.
It said a rip on the one.
Blood dice is a 7.
Blood dice is a 7. Hal, or Rathomir, you did have somebody that you pledged patronage to, but not anymore. Not since you gave up your necklace. Ren, correct me if I'm wrong, also remained godless.
Godless? A godless heathen?
True.
You both find yourself in the company of a friend. Ren and Hao, you sit next to each other on a black sand beach. As it is 7:53, let's pause right there. We'll be back in 7 minutes. We'll do the giveaway. Chat is freaking out, wondering what the plan is here. But there is stuff to come. So we do have a plan. So pause.
We do?
I have a plan.
Also,
It's called a backup
totally
plan.
totally not Rybo's fault, chat. So don't get hangry at him.
Also, get angry at me. That's fine. Some ways the dice roll that way.
Verity, how dare you imply I make interesting characters?
We'll be back in 7 minutes. 8:01. We'll be right back, everyone. I'm going to play Zania's song as we do the BRB from Words Mythologic. So thanks, Words. Welcome back to the Red Wagon Inn, where things are fun and everything's lighthearted all the time. As we are finishing up, let's go ahead and do that giveaway. If it hasn't been entered yet, make sure you do the exclamation point giveaway, and then we'll have Lanta go ahead and rock that giveaway so that we can... Oh, there we go. No longer enter. So we have a mystery token to be given away.
Revive any characters. Up to 4.
Just one person
An
suddenly wakes
extra
up in the fountain.
life.
What the
Blue Moon. Okay.
Blue Moon again.
Blue Moon just walking around with a pocket full of tokens. Let's
There we go. Congratulations, Blue Moon. So, your token...
Blue Moon, if you use it on Zania again, we are gonna judge you because I mean that's favoritism.
Don't just help her out. So Blue Moon, you get the ability to completely re-roll someone's stats on one specific stat. So if they got an 8 in Dex, they can do the 46 drop lowest on that stat. That becomes their new stat. Could go down to a 4. Chances are it will go higher. We get to re-roll somebody's stat entirely of their choosing. You just say, actually, you know what? Of your choosing. Let's change that up. That sounds more fun for you to get to choose. So
Just bully
if there
one
is a
person.
barbarian and you have high con, and if you want to bully him, you can do that. I don't care. That's fine by me. So that's your new thing. Keep that in mind. Will become very important very soon. So next giveaway is going to be 2 mystery D20s from Drooby Dooby Doo over here. Make sure you get
They'll
them to help
probably
you on
roll
your
better.
death saves, as we need them with that. So make sure you enter there. But let's continue as Ren and Hao. You sit on a black sand beach. Before you, you see a vast horizon of nothing. There's a city made out of translucently blue buildings. There's a river of starch black water and the pounding of a forge nearby. You can see below the sands beneath your feet and see a huge whirlpool leading into a black void down below, and above, a white one. You sit both on a log as you hear a smith working nearby.
It's always us, buddy.
Yeah.
Rybo, can I do a small flavor thing with Hal?
Absolutely.
While Rothamir sits, Rothamir closes his eyes and starts to breathe in and breathe out. And as he does, a silhouette moves from his face, and there is a woman that stands and gets up and starts to move to the boat. She has long white hair, and she is dressed in like a buccaneer's garb. And then eventually another drow with these like twisted curled horns and things and a mantle. And then Rothamir himself also moves through. And sitting there with his mask on is Hao Hao, who pulls off his mask, puts it off on the ground.
I know what I did was very reckless. And I probably would have lost you guys. And I'm really sorry for constantly pushing you out of your comfort zone. Not in a very kind way, but just constantly when you were having a bad day, I really dragged it out on you. And then I gave up my god to help, but that was just as selfish as forcing you constantly. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I kept it a secret about the past lives I've lived. I kept it a secret about my memories, but I also should have been very honest with you. I don't care about debt. I really don't care about that Marcus guy. I don't care about the city. But I don't know. I cared about seeing you smile. And every time you changed forms, there's always that little crooked grin you make that's always the same. And the way your eyes glow, no matter what form you are, I can see it past you. I lied a lot. And I'm sorry that we're here. And that this is probably the first truth thing I'm actually saying. But I left my God because I was obsessed and in love with my God. But I love someone more than my God.
And Hao just looks at his feet.
Ren's gonna give out a weirdly just a chuckle. And looking over and saying, you know, ain't so bad. Ain't so bad at all. It's nice to be able to finally sit here and be me.
It suits you.
Gonna elbow Hal and say, and it's not so bad that, hey, it appears we're gonna spend the rest of eternity here together because we're just cool.
How pinches Ren by the chin, does that thing where his face gets real close and says, well, you better keep up, and flicks his nose and walks towards the boat with a shit-eating grin.
Both of you roll me a religion check.
3. I don't know nothing about God.
Hold on, I gotta get Ren's things back up. Religion +0. That's a 15.
Jakey, if you don't have an inspo, you absolutely can take one. 15. Now, there's a boat here. There's a city over there. They're translucent. You've seen weirder things. There's a smith nearby. Seems like a free boat to you. Ren, you know that trying to steer that boat on your own, you're dead. This definitely seems like the river Styx. Usually you have to have a guide.
Hey, dumbass. You can't steer that by yourself, I think. I think we're gonna need some help. Come on.
Oh,
And Ren's gonna walk over and grab Hal by the arm.
You going over to the smith?
Yeah.
You see a dwarvish woman covered in soot, sitting in an anvil, hammering away at glass marbles about the size of a baseball. As she does so, particles of rainbow energy fly upwards and downwards in this realm, seeming to almost act like fireflies pulled by an unseen wind upwards. As you approach, she says, "Hey, hello there. I think I have you right here." She reaches down into a satchel. She holds up 2 little orbs. Instinctually, you don't know how, but you know that that's you. How yours glows this faint purple, and Ren this kind of mercury silver. She says, "I think these are you. Am I right?"
Looks like it.
You had no gods that you prayed to, no one that you followed.
Well, honestly, for me, I tried a few, and well, I guess changing gods like you can change your skin just doesn't work out.
Aye. I'm familiar. And you? Drow?
Yeah. How just could kind of like does this whole like, oh man, this is a lot today.
Well, fair enough. I need to take a look at you, if you don't mind. Please, just have a seat there on one of the stumps. As she pulls the little glass marbles and takes a look at them, she kind of holds them in her hand, and you see flashes of this kind of eerie teal light that mimics the buildings in the distance. Before she looks over at you, Ren, and she says, "A troubled life, yes, but not a wrong one. If you like, you can live here in the city. I'll allow it. I think you may even have some common stories with some of the people here."
To be fair, I would. And Ren looks over at Hal. I want to know about him first.
All right. She takes a look at the orb. A look of concern kind of comes over her eyes as she looks at you. And she says, "Well, you've had many paths, many of them quite good, They'd allow you to stay in the city, but many of them also very wrong. Do you think you
How
deserve to stay in the city?
Hal glances over when it says very wrong at the individual, this very handsome version of a drow that has antlers growing out of his head, and he's almost got this like kind of stance and like things draping off of him. I say he, but like very androgynous, I believe is the term I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And Hal just like looks and like shakes their head, and it's just like kind of like little, um, but how, I will be honest,
Bless you, Jakey.
Watch out.
I'm not sure what I deserve, but before I go anywhere, I'm assuming this is some kind of afterlife thing. Do you have the power to speak to gods or send them messages? I don't want to have a full conversation. I just have one thing I'd like to pass on to the God of Whispers.
Oh, to most I could, yes, but I can't send anything to that one.
Fair
Not
enough.
for lack of trying.
Yeah. It's weird. They're so hard to find and talk to, but once you do, it's hard to get them to stop. And then you do and you miss them. But thanks anyway. But to answer your question, I hope so. I mean, look, I'm not great, but
and he looks at Rothamir.
when I first started, I wanted to inspire young wizards to show them that magic could be their own. Illegal, yes, very much so. But I wanted people to be free.
Aye,
And
a good friend of mine learned a lot from your scriptures and your works. You can at least die knowing that you had a large impact on the Mages College. But I think it might be fair to judge you based on your last act. I take a look at your soul, and you interfered in a fair trial by combat. Which, Ren, this is news to you.
You did what?
Rothamir in the background just like does that awkward shoulders and like trying to walk away, but there's nowhere to walk. So he's doing that thing where he's like trying to look out like
Says, if you could tell me your reasons why, if I judge them to be noble, I'll let you stay.
we had finally broken through the mold that was Zinnia. We finally were there, and she was working through things. I couldn't let her die there. Even if she was finally atoning for what she did. And yeah, a death by honor is an honorable death. I completely agree, but her work wasn't done. So I interfered to give her at least a fair fighting chance. Because Keenak took that trial by combat knowing he was going to come out on top. And I interfered so it wasn't just instant bloodshed, but I wanted to give Keenak at least a run for his money. I didn't think Spade would fight me. I didn't think it would break out. I wanted Zinnia to have a chance. Because I knew if she did that, she wouldn't have known it was my magic. But she would have been free if it worked. She finally could have gone home. She could have fully dedicated herself to her god, become a champion like she wanted. It was selfish because I wanted to save my friend, but it was because I saw someone who really cared about their god and the friends they were making, and were about to be someone amazing.
If the results had turned out differently, if Zinnia had won and Keenak had died, this would be a different conversation. Luck was on your side, because the results didn't change anything. Save for one person who died Did any need to? But that is a conversation for a different time. Your friend, Zinnia, is not here. That's a good sign. That means she was either accepted by her god or a right rat bastard. I
Probably
don't even know,
both.
but she's not here. That happens a lot. But fine. She takes the orbs and hands them to both of you. And as you go to like catch them, she basically does it like think fast. As you go to catch them, they disappear inside of you entirely. As you look around thinking that you dropped them, you also kind of slowly fade to that ethereal blue of your surroundings. Before she says, well, it's a full boat. She sets her hammer on the anvil and says, come, let me take you to the city. You live now in the realm between realms. Everything you do here is of no consequence. But you're not going anywhere, so make the best of your time here. Before she walks over to the boat and offers you a spot. Do you hop on?
Mm-hmm.
As you get into the boat, your foot touches the wood, and when you suddenly can see someone sitting on the end of the boat, a man with long, blonde hair, maybe about shoulder length or so, cut very flat, sits in a familiar jacket. Spade, in his full, regular form, sits at the other end of the boat. He goes, oh. He rolls his eyes, but you can almost hear a familiar sigh as she goes, yeah, I thought you might know him. But go ahead, hop in the boat.
To be fair, Spade, I just wanted to take you with me.
Yeah?
Just wanted to lay that out there. Sorry for misleading you in there, but you know, I look after my friends first.
Truly, it's not a problem. I thought that we gave you fair deals, fair trial.
You did.
I think both sides did what we thought was best. So,
I work for the champion, regardless of who that is, in the Scourge. I'm an investigator. You stole. It is my job to get it back. I saved your life once, changeling.
Mhm.
I saved it because I know what it's like to be hunted just like you. And yet, here we sit, sharing the same boat on the river Styx.
Well, you know, it looks like we've got pretty much all eternity to figure out all of this. So, sorry about that. And Ren's gonna stretch out a hand to shake.
He looks at the hand for a moment. He turns away and looks forward on the boat. Doesn't take your hand.
It's okay. I'll ask you again in the next 100 years.
As you say that, the boat shoves off the black sand, and you're pushed into the river Styx, moving into the city of the dead, the realm between realms, before you begin to hear cackling near the shoreline, as there's a table with a couple dozen people around this table, as a man sits, seemingly without pants, next to a dragonborn on the table, and a human with hair as large as Texas hair across, playing some sort of board game that you pass on by. But you do hear a word from each of them. What words do you hear as you pass on by?
Giddy. That was very reckless what you have done with your character. I am just saying you could have made better decisions. We could have ended up in a better place. But no. No, you had to go and do this. You had to go and buy 18 horses with your character. But this is just bad finance.
Well, you shouldn't have let me
What?
play that one shot where I got to do the all goblin one shot. That was it changed the whole campaign truly.
Just throwing it out there though. I've got color-coded character sheets. We're making new ones.
Spade, you can't even see it, but you know he rolls his eyes, and you just hear nerds. This on the edge of the boat, you both kind of get caught by the noise as you hear the boat woman say, "I think you'll be having a conversation with them at some point in the future."
How hops off.
Well, you're still over the water. She is not docking here.
We're still. We
you-
haven't talked yet. Okay,
you
never
can- you
mind.
can if you want
I
to.
just go. I stand up and go. Weehaw! No, I'll wait then.
Let's go to hell.
Boom, boom, down,
Rin's gonna look at How for a second. Look over at the dragonborn and the human. And just go, huh. Do they look familiar? And then
As that said, I'd imagine Gideon kind of looks up, does awkward eye contact with How. Fucking loser. Gideon just goes.
Spade kind of nods for the first time, as that is your journey on the boat. As I want to fade back to Xenia. Xenia, you sit not in the celestial realm of clouds, but walking atop a great black cloud of thunder. Your skin is changed. You feel an incredible weight upon you. You look down, your attire, though in a similar Greek-type manner, is no longer red, but cloud white, trimmed in gold. You look around as several people, all that look to be humans, rush towards you with laurels of flowers, coming to place a lei upon your head. I don't know if it's not a lei, if it's on the head, but you know what I'm talking about. As 3 women come up and place that upon your head and bow to you. Roll me a perception and a religion check.
It's funny because on D&D Beyond, for my character sheet, it says parentheses dead, parentheses Xenia. So
dead.
let's do Dicey Dungeons. Don't Dicey Dungeons, Dicey Encounters. I'm so sorry, Drew. That's not you.
I know
Unforgiven.
that is a compliment. I would love to be compared to Kim's work. It's amazing dice.
Sorry, the first one was perception,
Yes.
14, and then history is
Religion.
Religion is 14.
14. That's enough. You recognize these. You've seen pictures of them, both in the caves that your family live in, as what look like demigods to you, but are in fact not. These are giant beings. Beings that live in the thunderclouds themselves. You look down, you thought these were humans greeting you. You didn't know what exactly this was, but you now look at your skin that's the same, and you see these clouds are huge. You stand yourself, a storm giant reborn in Asterion.
Yo!
Your hair pulled back in a slick ponytail, just like it was, as lightning and static struck back and forth between the braids of your hair. God deemed you worthy enough to be reincarnated as one of the most powerful beings and mortals in Asterion.
Get it.
Yes, queen.
Strangely, you retain your memories. As one of them says a word to you, you can't understand. You don't speak this language, but somehow you know what they're saying as they greet you and welcome you to the Cloud Kingdom. And you kind of taken aback at them, trying to reply, what? But the word you try and say in Common or Leonin does not come out as such. Though you try to speak something different, you speak in their language. They understand you instinctively.
Sorry, wait. Am I a giant or am I a Leonin?
Oh, you are a giant. You just retain your memories, and you're not exactly sure how you're communicating with them. It seems to just be happening to you.
Oh. Hello. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
They kind of do a long, extended wave with their hands.
Oh, please. No need for that. Where am I?
You have been permitted into the halls of thunder, the Cloud Kingdom, for your deeds. We've been waiting for one such as you for a long, long time.
I look at my hands. Can I like throw lightning between them or something? Like I'm gonna.
Go ahead and roll me just a
Misses one,
straight wisdom
strikes
save.
another-
Okay.
strikes another one in the head with some lightning.
Just chain lightning kills the entire room. Oh.
I don't know. I get kicked on my first day. Whiz save.
Yeah.
25.
25. As you look at your hands, no lightning comes out, but as you bring them closer together, like static that would send your hair up on its end, when they look to be a foot apart, lightning strikes between them. What looks to be like little bits of static, but now that you know your size and you hear the sound of thunder, there are full bolts of lightning moving between your fingers, seemingly at will.
Okay. This is pretty cool. What are you expecting from me, by the way? Waiting for me for what?
Please, it has been foretold by Nimbus, the element of Asterion, that you would come and grace us with your presence and teach us what you have done on Asterion. Tell us of its people that live below the clouds.
Oh. I could definitely do that. Maybe tell a little story time around like dinner or something.
This is wonderful. The more information you can give us on its people, the better. For then, when he comes, we will be ready to invade.
What?
As we'll stop that there.
What? No.
The adorable what?
What?
I love it.
Excuse me, what?
Also, Zinnia now has the ability to make 12d8 lightning damage basically at will.
You
So that's pretty cool.
He liked your sacrifice, willing to honor fight someone that you knew was stronger than you. Nimbus chose to reincarnate you. There you go.
Only Ren had a god.
Absolute thickums, giant Zinnia.
With that, chat. We talked this last week. This wasn't necessarily the plan, but they knew it was a possibility. They were confronting someone who got the spear back after slaying Ithka.
An 82% chance that this was going to happen.
There was a solid chance that they knew they may die. They also had the chance of just Sania dying and trying to deal with that, but this crew's ride or die, so that makes sense that that it wasn't just Sania. So we knew that if that did happen, the plan is to, and so for the rest of the crew information on this as well, because Alex was messaging me here. We have another one-shot planned for Salt and Summer that we will do next week during the Red Wagon Inn time. After that, Campaign 2 begins.
Campaign 2.
Campaign 2. So, we have time here. We have an hour and a half. We knew that if there was this extra time, you were either going to die early on in the beginning or not at all. So, we have this time. Our plan was to involve you all, just like we did before for Campaign 1, in character creation and what overall is going to happen in Campaign 2. I am going to give you backstory and what's been going on with all of the rest of the characters, both next week and at the end of next week. So make sure you don't miss that, because that means in 2 weeks, Campaign 2 begins, and we will start fresh with brand new characters. So get hype, get excited, tell your mama, tell your daddy, bring them, have them
Put
watch
it
some
in
D&D.
chat. I want to see some hype. Hype in chat.
Hype, hype.
Bring your daddy and your father to next game.
Bring them all. Rubber is the OG. Who knows if Rubber and Dinky are alive? You'll find out next week, though. As with that, so there's no more I'm the DM, other than we planned on talking about characters, what we wanted to do, and what we wanted to see. I will throw, is Robert still going to be around? I don't know. We'll see next week. Online Smash Bros. Tourney hype. So with that, do you want me to kind of throw out some general ideas of what the campaign is going to be, or do you all want to talk about what characters you want to play, and then I can go there? Also, as your dots asked if I've put the 24-hour stream games on YouTube, they will be. They were supposed to be, but it's a whole thing that's YouTube's been dealing with this whole time. They should be up tomorrow. So, yeah. What would the three of you like to do, and what would chat like to do? Characters first is what I saw the first thing from words. What would you all like to do? I think that makes more sense. But
I agree, but also I would like a lean of just like kind of genre vibes, just in case we're like, I'm playing Goofy the Bard, and then Rybo's like, this is an Eldritch horror campaign. So like light vibes so that we can kind of craft characters that fit the world.
this type of vibes, basically what we've been doing, will be very appropriate.
Okay.
In that there will be, it won't just be like, yeah, we're going to the Gumdrop Forest and doing Gumdrop Forest things. But it also won't be like, all right, day one, you wake up as a dark soul undead. You begin to feel the flesh fall off your bones. You need to eat it for sustenance. That's
I
not going to
love
happen.
flesh on my bones.
Yeah. Unless that's what we want to happen, because works for me. But yeah, so it'll
Delicious.
probably be very similar to the way we have been doing things in terms of overall mood and style. But there's a couple options we can do. So pick your character based on that. And then we can talk about story settings. And if after you pick your character, we have a 2-week period in between. If you're like, you know what, screw this, I hated this idea. In this 2 weeks, we can change stuff. But I know y'all have talked about some ideas. What are the thoughts? Does anybody have anyone that they're like, yeah, I already know I'm going to be playing this guy.
I think I have an idea on what I'm going to be. I'm not going to tell what race it is. I would like to leave that as a surprise. But I'm thinking, I changed it up a little bit in my thought. I'm thinking Grave Domain Cleric, multi-classed with an Artificer.
That's pretty rad.
That does sound kind of rad.
Mm-hmm.
So I can artifice my undead stuff.
If you don't shoot bone bullets from a bone blunderbuss and everything that starts with B, I'm going to be very upset.
You mean
Gotcha.
bonelets from the boner bust?
You tried real hard there, bud.
I nailed it.
I
You
love
see the
eating
wheels
bone-lony
turning.
sandwiches.
Delicious.
And then when you need to make a tent, you use your bytons.
by any other witty name. Hold on, Rybo.
Yeah.
All right. If you're gonna use the token, I need to see it in chat that you're gonna use it, and then I'll tell. Because everyone's gonna be like, really, really, Drew?
That is actually a very clever use of that. I love that it was so chaotic with the wild magic surge
yeah.
from everybody right there. That was so freaking funny. I am using my token.
I am going to be playing a unwilling tiefling.
Cool.
Yeah, that's rad.
Also, that's hilarious. What a good use of that token. Amazing.
Would
Also-
you like it to be a surprise by any other winning names? Like, no.
Thanks for being a good sport, Drew, and going on with this token.
Hey
I made
guys,
up.
so I'm playing a race that I'm not going to tell you.
Also, that token that Blue Moon won will definitely come in handy as we roll some stats tonight. Because last time we did point buy, we're not going to do that this time. We're going to do inspos. GFYs and inspos reset, yes, except for yeah, we're going to say they
Bobo.
reset, except for Bobo. They reset for everybody. We're going to reset them. There is a chance to use a lot of things like my GFYs, etc. in the last Salt and Summer one that will come next week. Alex said that he's down for that, so we're gonna make sure we do that one. I hope that Brie is also down for that, but we'll make it happen.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Zinnia, what are you thinking of playing? Tell me things. What have you been looking at before I say anything?
My legitimate first gut feeling was either a druid or a trickery domain cleric.
Yes.
Nice.
All clerics.
All clerics. All clerics.
It's the best class for a reason,
It
True.
is. I can't stop playing clerics. I
right?
just can't.
They're so good.
Yeah, but trickery.
No, if you do
domain's
play
so good.
cleric, I will embrace the meme and go cleric because one of the characters I'm
Yes.
thinking of is a cleric. But also,
Yeah, the Amen Think Creative. I've seen that green text too, and I love it. Clerics and paladins only. We're holy in this hoe because y'all were so evil the last campaign. I cannot believe you picked up Spade's skull and blew him up. He saved your life. That was one thing I was
Yeah,
not
well,
expecting.
It wasn't for Spade. It was for Keenak. Because Spade was already doomed.
I don't know about that. I'm pretty
As far
sure.
as Ren cared, Spade was already doomed.
As far
There
as
was a
I
holy
wanted to
guy.
kill him, he was gonna die. So
I was
you
gonna
know.
say there was a holy guy walking up to him, and also a man who could heal from his hand sitting on top of him. I feel like he had a couple lifelines.
So, FYI, we may go a little darker if we do go a holy campaign, and I would be all for it.
Ooh, I kind of like that.
A paladin and cleric only campaign.
I mean,
Ain't
I don't want
already
to
It's not
Good.
it doesn't have to be a thing, but if we do that with paladin and cleric, I would be very down for
If
many
Vampire
reasons.
Guy doesn't make an appearance in this, I am going to flip my
He, because now that it doesn't matter
Yeah, now
for
it's
Zinni and
over.
Hal, he's not a vampire. He's just a necromancer. That magic is legal in the country next to where Kern is. He literally just lived there. Necromancy magic keeps him alive.
How suddenly turns into Eric Andre. Bam, 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 bam. I can't believe that guy was a vampire.
Oh, haven't seen the second giveaway. Drew, can you message Lane? Or I'll do it while y'all are doing things. I'll message Lane and say like, hey, make sure the giveaway's up.
What are you thinking, Jakey?
yeah, I don't want to pressure
Because
like cleric or
if
paladin.
I remember correctly, someone may have said something about a paladin.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, that was one of my, I was like paladin. I have a couple ideas. So, my first one was I was memeing about it earlier of coming back as an Aarakocra bard, but I kind of do want to do that or a Dragonborn bard because I really like the gem Dragonborns. Just making like a big friendly boy with an accordion is very fun. I was throwing voice pitches to Drew earlier, and I got a very good, genuine giggle out of him for my Dragonborn voice. So I'm very tempted to just be this big old like,
Hey, don't worry about it, guys. We got this.
so just that was one thing I was leaning towards because I've never fully gotten to play through a bard, and bard is one of my favorite classes. I also have never played a rogue. So that was one thing I was thinking. I've like rogue, the quintessential you got to play it. But for paladin holy things,
You
I
do not have to go all holy. That was
no,
just
no.
a,
I'm
like,
saying if
okay.
that's something the party vibe wants to, I do have characters in mind. I wrote a lot because I'm a forever GM like my boy Rybo. So when character opportunity building is offered, it's like, oh, it's so weird. I suddenly have a chest full of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, if we
but-
go full holy, this whole layout here is going to change to be very much more we are crusaders kind of shit, and I'm going to fall in
If
love
I
with it.
don't see maps of Avernus in the background, I'm gonna just be sad.
The Holy Boys, excuse me, I was thinking of doing like, it's such a meme thing, the raid boss build, but fallen Azamar Conquest Paladin just being the scariest guy. I love that so much, of like just giving them very like Judge Dredd, angry, scary
yeah.
guy vibes. Very inspired by, like, I don't know if y'all know like League of Legends all, but like Darius from Noxus, just this huge dude in armor that just like he kills one person and everybody just screams. um 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 and then the other one was playing a Forge cleric that's just like a little Durgar who just likes to make things, and he's just like,
I just build things. Please leave me alone.
so yeah, like kind of just a menagerie. I think in this in campaign 2, I feel like the last characters I played, like Hal and Gideon, were very much like, though they were antisocial and talkative and stuff, I would like to play characters that are more so like very much in the supportive role, like bring out the best in other characters. That's why my idea was for a bard, someone who like think called me out, and yeah, I like Cass from Breath of the Wild, don't at me, but someone who just like really wants to like find the legendary people and tell people things about them, just like the very stereotypical classic bard vibe was something like I wanted to embrace in this original idea of playing a bard. Or if I play a rogue, just someone who's like a little sneaky boy. I don't know, I yeah, so that's where I'm at. It's like I've got those, like those are my 4, I guess. 4? Did I say bard?
Would it help if I threw out the, like, here were my originals? Now that we've kind of talked a little bit, like, Zinnia, you might be wanting to play a cleric. Ren, also a cleric. How, you're kind of really up in the air with whatever, it seems like. But
I'm so glad you called it by a character name still.
It was
It's
easier
gonna
for me
happen.
to do that so that I didn't mess it up more in game.
Jackie Drew seemed to be
My
like
favorite
up in
game
the
of
air,
Duck Duck
actually.
Goose.
Jakey Drew.
Jakey, Drew.
So I can give you the possible campaigns, and then if you want to kind of think and decide on it from there, then great.
Yeah.
So all of them are in the future from this current campaign. One of them is in the near-ish future. One of them is very far in the future, and one of them is kind of medium. The far one in the future is perfect for the paladin cleric setup. Basically, actually, there's some spoilers that I can't give until after next week's episode. I can't. Yeah, so there's some things that I can't say. Also, TARDIS.
The future.
The future as so. Yeah, I can't spoiler anything until next week's episode. One is very much in the future. It would be a very much undead cleansing kind of setup. A very desolate land that you would be protecting the people that remain after events that have happened and transpired. One would be somewhat, let me go ahead and pull up the map because I had it here available. So that one I can't specifically say where. One is after a specific group of people, which if you did get to see some of that 24-hour stream, talk of the Crimson Elves spreading had begun, being kind of where that first wave is going to hit. You'd either be in Queenstown, or you'd be in Ekerall, or you'd be in the colonies of the Queen, or in Ekerall, and kind of surviving and basically refugeeing your way out of and helping stop this crimson tide that is going to sweep over the land at some point. That one would not need to be the cleric or paladin-y one. It could be, but it wouldn't need to be it. And then there's a couple others. We'll just do my original campaign, and there's going to be a lizard guy that wants to teach you how to be gladiators down in Redcliffe. Or there's some generic fantasy one, and I say generic because it's easier to describe it that way, but some dungeon delving adventure-y type things without direct consequence of like, yes, we did this one thing and now dragons and Kinak is doing stuff to the world and Castigon and yada yada. But you will be in a world where a lot of god activity has occurred very recently, which will change a lot of the landscape. So the Crimson Tide one will kind of be the newest, closest one. One where you're dealing with gods and consequences of gods and something that was said in this show. That one would be kind of the medium length one. And then one will be very far in the future, which would be the appropriate one for the Amen or the holy crew to do their thing.
Amen.
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 Oops.
Oh, also, let me throw this up there. So while y'all think on that, because I saw somebody was like, oh, shit, this spear actually is the real deal. I have the stat block for the spear that I can show people now.
I usually have chat just open, but I do want to see that.
Let me pop it open. Nope, that didn't work. So what are y'all thinking?
I defer to you guys again because I want to play a character in this one genuinely to enhance the story, bring out you guys and stuff. And I think in some regards, like, you know, I don't want to. What's the word I'm looking for? If part of that is being like one of the aids of just like, hey, you guys got to come work together as a bard and stuff. Like, I want to be the glue to you.
Yeah,
So-
I am. Then in that sense, I'm leaning especially more into trickery because I just want to be a little more chaotic than I was previously. But as far as campaign wise, I'm really liking the Amen. The Amen.
If you give me a world in which I can do lichy things all day, I'm going to come with so much prep for the campaign. Liches are my favorite monsters all day, every day.
Liches be crazy.
A Sararak best.
But like, how much dying is there going to be? How connected should
What do you mean?
not to
You're the
Once you're level
Amen.
7,
How
you
could
can
you
just
die?
revive people.
Yeah, you're all clerics and
I can
paladins.
spare the dying at a distance, and you're not dead.
If you start as the clerics and
Run!
paladins, you're probably going to start at level 5 instead of level 3.
Ooh,
I like that better.
I'm liking this more and more. I'm
I
liking
like it a lot.
Can we do this like cleric paladin vibe, but can I still be a bard potentially? Like with because I like the suggestion of just like looking for holy heroes and playing like holy music.
You
is
do
that-
not have to play all clerics and all paladin if you don't want to. That was just purely that kind of is appropriate with this. If you can go along with a reason to be traveling with clerics and paladins to be doing things that are cleansing undead and abominations from the land as a bard, then great.
Ooh, this would be a great time to play Rybo's Paladin of Flames.
If y'all don't play it, there's gonna be them.
okay, Castigon.
Yeah, either
Yeah, I reclassed and I'm kind of a paladin now. It's no big deal. I'm the best, but
I have
you
a fire rail gun.
know. I smite, with my kinetic soul remover.
I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest. I know Jackie mentioned being on the more chaotic side. I wouldn't necessarily be a lawful good kind of person either.
Don't need to be.
However, I think I would still be on that same thought process as like Ren, and maybe more on the team side of like kind of like honor, but also like I can still do some shitty things every now and again. you know what I mean?
The best description I can probably give to what the far in the future one would be, it would be a very close to a Samurai Jack campaign of there is a lot of desolation and there's lots of bad things that exist and pockets of good people that you're there to make sure that the good people live.
I was gonna say, you just said my two favorite words, samurai and Jack, together. So I mean,
That's really good too.
that's oh,
I'm about
man.
it. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm about it.
Yeah, I can go both ways. Hey.
And Brie and Alex,
Hey.
if you're coming back, you're gonna be okay with it too.
They're always cool with whatever. They're good players.
Because we love you and they're great.
Man.
Summer's like, just let me. I'm already a celestial warlock. Just let me live. I'll be in the new campaign.
So Samurai Jack vibes is for the spooky, or is that the future? Sorry, I yawned. Whew.
Samurai Jack vibes in that there's just desolation all around you, and there's going to be a lot of traveling between locations of like, it's very quiet, it's very silent around here. You feel like you're being watched a lot. There are pockets of good people that you want to save and help. And then there are some bad people causing bad things to be worse. It's post-apocalyptic almost.
Oh.
I adore that. For reasons I won't go too far into, but very much like we should talk later, Rybo, because I should talk to you about my podcast.
So no beach episodes then?
Ash beaches.
I mean, what's fun though in that is like, and this is like Jakey, I guess, trying to sell this world to chat as if you already aren't, because it sounds cool. But like, I don't know, I love Erico beach episodes, like pleasant things during really sketchy campaigns like that, of just like a group of people sitting around a campfire. Those are my favorite moments in any film or story or anything, when it's just like a bunch of people who's just like, hey, by the way, we just had a horde of zombies run at us. Y'all want to play Monopoly? Like, I don't know.
The best Game of Thrones episodes, besides like Battle of the Bastards and all that, were when the Hound was traveling with the Flaming Swordman and all of them. Just the shots that they got there with all of the orange fire, with all the blue background, is so cinema perfection. Oh, it's so good. I love it. And just this horrible time and era of like the northern cold and stuff. Yeah, I get you though. All the like lightheartedness that the Hound brought to that is good.
I am sold, and if y'all are playing cleric or whatever you play, I'm going to pick between a bard or a rogue mastermind probably. Regardless, I think both are going to be like someone who just wants to be in the pocket with some holy people. Either for a rogue because it's just like, hey, it's good to have some holy people around that kill zombies and stuff because times are bad, or a bard who's just like, I just want to make music about two badasses. And when our whole party is there, a bunch of badasses.
And Dinky.
Dinky suddenly just
survives.
appears. He's got this
Dinky's-
huge grizzled beard. Dinky want to tell you about the story of the history of all my friends.
The
force lives in
me.
I am Dinky.
And this old ass squirrel, like,
I say, Dinky. It's been 1,000 years.
The raccoons from the dumpster come back. Hey, what do we chop liver?
Jakey, just play that one almost fat Sly Cooper raccoon that we made on your stream.
That's true.
So is this gonna be a group of furries? We already know one isn't. Since that seemed to be the theme before. Since you'll be an unwilling tiefling, possibly.
No, that's for sure.
Okay.
You chat, simmer down with that furry stuff. Simmer down.
Oh, before we continue on to that, because I have it up here now. So here's the Sun Spear's stats. Legendary spear made by the dwarf god Moradin as a gift to the mighty king Qatar, which was Team's king. Spear appears to be made of gold, but possesses the physical qualities of mithril. The tip of the spear is like the waves of fire coming off of the sun that connect to the shaft of the spear. A +3 magical spear. The wielder of this spear may cast Sunburst once per day, which is what he did. The DC is 20. The spear will also teleport the user and anyone within 5 feet of the wielder to the celestial plane over the course of 1 minute. Same action can be used to get out of there, which is how Ithka was doing stuff in the celestial plane and how the green kobolds got to go do their jam. So,
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
it's a good spear. It's a pretty good spear.
A little bit. It's all right.
Sure. That like
Ooh.
+3 combined
Ooh.
with rage damage from his barbarian stuff is just like his minimum damage is so high.
Yeah.
How about a grave domain warlock? A cleric warlock?
Oh,
What?
yeah. I was like, there's no grave domain warlock, but there's about to be.
About to be.
About to make that homebrew. Guys know this
Ooh.
is a scaly campaign.
I'm looking at the Kalash star. Kalash.
Kalishtar, the mind people.
What book are they from?
Eberron.
Oh.
They're cool.
They are very cool, especially if you play a bear totem barbarian who's a Kalishtar, because then when you're raging, you're resistant to every damage possible.
Whoa. Huh. Oh, well, they seem to be very good leaning. I'll just be the non-good leaning color star. It's fine.
Yeah, you don't screw what it tells you to be.
I'm a rebel.
Think Creative said, what was the original plan since Salt stole the Sun Spear? It was going to be that Keenak was going to be y'all's kind of like, yeah, he's pretty ruthless, but he's very fair. He doesn't fight people who don't want to fight. And basically like, yeah, y'all are going to watch him go to the arena. He wants to fight and become a god. You want to see his spear more closely, team, so you were going to like be friends with him. And then he was going to die in the arena fighting a real god. And then y'all were going to basically like, okay, we have to go retrieve the spear now for team and in honor of this guy who was a nice dude and helped you all become like self-made people. And like, look, you don't have to do this, but I promise you, if
No, I
you
don't
train
think
with
I will.
me, you will not be beaten. And the only reason Keenak does die and get beaten eventually was because he fights like the god of combat, basically. So yeah, it got changed. He legitimately was a good guy. So was Spade.
We went so far off the path. Oh, my
yeah,
god.
I love it though. I don't
Keenak
care.
being like, I want you guys to be my friends. Steve Rogers? No, I don't think I will.
To also be fair, Team's original plan, had Team not have died, was to get the spear back to Qatar, which I learned later probably wouldn't have been the best thing in the world, as Team had a very warped view of his king, who he thought was just a super stand-up dude. Apparently not the case.
There were a lot of empires when Team was alive. And empires become that way by being dragonborn Hitlers and lizard folk Hitlers and doing very, very bad things.
Team believed him, and he was good.
It was kind of a weird situation where everybody was at war with everybody. Because at the time, it was the main races on the earth were elves, rat folk, dragonborn, and lizard folk. You were just on the dragonborn side. Oh, that's not the ugly one, right? That's the cute one. He looks cute.
No, that's not the ugly one. There
It was
is no ugly one.
he's
And
sideways,
even
I
the
didn't
one
know.
that said
This is the
that
girl,
ugly
by
is
the
not
way,
ugly.
Sorry.
and she's not the ugly one.
Oh,
she's the. She's
There
just.
is no ugly
She's
one.
so cute. I agree, personally, although some of the pictures Jackie did send.
Also, it's just light sidebar. So you mentioned GFY as an inspo's reset. Does that last inspo reset though, or like, cause like,
If you have an inspiration currently on your character, I'll let you re-roll one of your stats.
Cool. Okay.
Ooh.
hey,
If you have a GFY, reduce it by 1. I'm just kidding.
chuckles at Zinnia.
-5 to
know.
Zania.
Staring at my 5.
Oh
When
no,
will you
we're
learn
never
about
going to learn
consequences?
Robert's backstory. You will next week. We will
Also,
do the Salt and Summer stuff, and then I will fill you in on any information between what happens now and later. But it seems like we're going to do the in the future kind of shit's gone down
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Mhm.
Cool.
I think that sounds fun.
We don't want any chance of running into anyone we know.
We see anyone at the side of the road that anyone in the party knows. We just all like,
Just like,
wait, oh, it's so nice to meet you. My name's Keenak. Nope. Piss off. I'm gonna give you $10 to fuck off.
You just you build it into your character like I don't trust red lizard folk. I don't trust drow with green hair. Matter of fact, just to be
Vampire
safe, I don't trust rat folk.
I just write I don't trust on my character sheet and nothing else. That's my stats, everything. Yeah, I don't know what y'all decided, but I would love to be a bard or a rogue because I've never had the opportunity to try that, and I think it would be a lot of fun.
I've never played with the trickery domain cleric, Jackie.
God,
so
they're
if
so
you're
much
like,
fun.
oh, I want to do that, that's super interesting, and I'd be very excited for that.
Oh, and dude, it's funny because I was like, trickery domain, cool. I might be a tiefling. That'd be nice. Wait a second.
Wait,
I'm not just.
instead of all holy, we're doing an all tiefling party.
Just one happens to be dead.
Yeah.
Huh? Huh?
What do you think? What should I be? You don't know?
Just be undead jester.
Said you should give me a kiss, is what it looks like she was saying.
She wants my wheat thins. That's why she
You have
came
a
to me.
grave cleric and a trickery cleric, you just said?
Yep.
Mhm.
Huh.
Huh.
Yes.
No comment.
Oh God.
Oh.
Drew, please tell me not a fearbolt.
I was gonna say Drew's character pulls out a cup of tea, I pull out a Glock.
Oh, took me a second.
Dead people tea.
Chew. Chew.
Well, I think Brie's character is going to be this like blue tiefling who uses mostly baking magic and sweets.
Alex
and
comes
things.
back as a half orc warlock with this really
what?
cool sword.
I might, you know what? Yeah, I was gonna say, you know what? I'm thinking bard, but warlocks are close to that. So I'm just really feeling like maybe playing just my own idea, my vision here. My original character as Dodge Caravan is his name.
Dodge.
Eldritch Blast.
All the jokes they made in the beginning, like powered by Dodge.
How about Dodge?
Mm,
Okay, so you're gonna play it. So is it like, yeah, I'm playing a trickery, or is it like, yeah, that's probably the plan? Purely because if you have a like, you know what, solidified, I'm gonna do this, then we can roll some stats.
Yeah.
I'm like
Yeah.
80% agree.
Okay, like I said,
I'm
if over this 2
definitely
weeks
doing-
you're like, I don't want to do that, then okay, we change it.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing a grave domain warlock.
Grave domain cleric into a. Do you know what type of warlock? You don't have to say, but
I do. No.
I do know. And does somebody else have another token out there that we?
It's so weird. I do. It's called I'm a dick, so I just give myself tokens. Drew, what kind of warlock?
Of course, it's one that I've wanted to play with that I got to mess around a little bit with in a one shot recently. But it's gonna be the genie warlock.
Oh heck yeah! Nice.
I would love to go inside of a ring.
Genie warlock is so good. It's so fun.
Oh, you want to be in a ring, not like a lamp.
Yeah,
They need to
so
choose.
you can go into different vessels. So you could do an oil lamp, an urn, a ring with a compartment, a stopper bottle, hollow statuette, or an ornate lantern.
Oh, go ahead.
There's the
There's
beautiful
the ugly one.
in their soul dog.
There's Chupa.
No, she's
Looking.
cute.
In the green.
Also, what's cool about the genie warlock is like whoever has your vessel gets also like some buffs and things. So it's really neat. They play off each other.
Um,
The zoom. The zoom.
Oh my son, I love him.
I love you. And give kisses. Give kisses.
there's not a thought behind those eyes.
Only one thought: food, snacks.
Food.
Pardon you, chat. This is a
He's-
professional Dungeons and Dragons live stream
He's
host. here
hiding
on
behind this
Level Up
box of
Unfortunately.
dice that are gonna get sold.
I am so just in love with that he always has a shirt on.
Oh,
He-
this
yeah,
one?
he
Otherwise,
never
he's naked.
doesn't. Sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes like it's usually on Thursdays he's naked.
This is my cute.
Naked
Loser.
Thursdays.
Very
Is
cute.
it Thursday yet?
Well, it's because that's when I do my laundry and I wash his clothes.
Is it Thursday yet? Because I'm ready to be naked. You know what? Me and my dog sitting on the couch while laundry's getting done.
Let's roll some stats.
Let's roll
Let's
some
roll
stats.
stats.
Let's do it. Okay, so
Jackie, you go first. I'm gonna let
Oh,
that
okay.
sleepy boy outside.
so
I'm gonna
chat
be watching.
for the system that we're gonna use. A buddy DM of mine introduced me to it, and I really, really enjoy it. the systems for stats that we're going to use is you're going to roll 7 times the 46, drop the lowest thing. So you'll roll 46 and take the lowest roll on those 46 out. You roll that 7 times, and that's your array that you get to use for your 6 stats. You can put them wherever you want. And you get 1 reroll of all of those. If you say, you know what, I don't like this set of 7, one time you can go, all right, I'm going to redo the whole 7.
Cool.
But if you do redo it, you have to take what the new rolls are. But whenever you make that array, you get to pick where you put those and stuff. So you'll drop the lowest of the 46 on each one, and then you get to pick which of your 7 you assign to the 6 stats. I need to get a new
question
journal,
for-
by the way, because I've had every page in here has been an episode of the Red Wagon Inn.
Aw.
So I'm going to retire this one. I always do that
Ooh,
for
you know
campaigns
what?
so I can go look
I
at them
can use
later and
my
be like, what
adventure
happened?
journal.
Huh. Nice.
Yeah, look at this. It's
That's
like
awesome.
Wait, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's Penny Arcade, I believe, or Table Titans. They sell it.
Mine is
So-
Dungeon and Stationary. I got the like synthy looking one.
Ooh, I
very
love
similar.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Yo, send me a
it's-
link.
Will do. My wife got it for me for Christmas. It's real good.
I love these. Like, yeah, you can put in your character sheets and stuff. You've got like all your stats, and then it just
Yeah.
goes to like notes. I have
Oh,
enough
that's
for
so cool.
and a grid too.
Yeah.
That's
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 got a little
awesome.
grid on here too. Cool
Also,
book,
question
book bros.
for GM. Are you allowing Tasha's guide to swap like racial bonuses?
So I planned on doing the Gabe James thing. Gabe James
Oh, the questions.
Gabe James Games thing where we ask the questions again because I think that's the most fun. Which, by the way, Chad, if you haven't seen that one, Gabe James Games on Twitter has this awesome system where instead of the Tasha system, which I'm not super familiar with, whatever class you pick, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Based on your answer to those, you get 3 ability score increases instead of what your race does. You just disregard whatever your race increase is. That way you can be, if you want to be a weak, like a wizard orc, be a wizard orc. You still have all the other stuff, but yeah, that's what we're gonna do for.
That's very similar. Tasha's is essentially you get +2/+1 for all races. So that means kobolds no longer have the minus on strength because
You just get
that's
to pick
weird,
where they go.
and orcs are no longer. Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
cool.
Because yeah, Tasha's the goal was if you want to play something, do it. And then they added the variant race, which replaces variant human, where it's called custom lineage. You get to make a humanoid of small or medium, your choice. You get a +1/+2. You get to choose 1 feat you start with. You get a variable trait, either 60 feet dark range or a proficiency in the skill. And then you get languages. So it's basically you can play whatever you want now based on Tasha's guide.
That's awesome.
Um,
I've been wanting to play a orc warlock or wizard that's just this old gruff, basically Gul'dan in World of Warcraft, but
I
like
would literally give me by a second. Like,
it's
cool,
Gul'dan, but he has like a little kid that he's like, I don't know where her parents are, but she's lost. And like Orcish tradition in my world is like, yeah, if you see an orphan, you're responsible for making sure that it's safe and either gets to its parents or raising it. That doesn't matter what race. You're responsible for that kid. Make sure it grows up and has a chance at life. When it turns 18, you can fight it if you want and see if it learned anything in its childhood, but that's like a orcish responsibility thing. And so I really want to play that character in a one-shot sometime. An orphan. I like that.
You've just got an orc who's running around so scared. He's just like, please, I don't want to. I have so many kids with me. I can't look at anymore. And then they all join. He's just got this conga line of orphans he has with him. Please.
He kills someone and their kid's like, Dad, no. He's like, no.
No, I made eye contact, damn it.
Come here.
I love you. You are my children. You are my sweet little angels. But there are so many of you.
They're just like, Papa, can we play with your beard hair? He's like, no, it hurts.
Oh.
Hey, Rybo, do you still have that reference image I have for my new character? My character will be loosely based on that. I can look that up. And then, yes, I don't know. Did you send that to me individually, Drewby? If so, I will take a look at that. So, Zania, you know what you're doing. Why don't we roll your stats first?
Let's go.
Oh, I do have that reference image.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Oh.
Ow. All right.
Can we get an owa in the chat?
Can you bring the dog up?
I'm just gonna read it.
Come here. Come on. They're asking for you. Come here.
Not the 12 orc babies again. They don't have to be orc.
This guy looks like a half orc cunt.
I can hear his little breathing.
No. Dude, he
I
breathes
want-
so hard.
I want to hug a dog so bad, dude.
Dude, get one.
I want one.
It's so worth it. Oh yeah, look at the little face. He hates this. He hates this so much.
Oh, but I
All right,
love
all right.
it.
I'll put you down. Let's cry into the mic. Cry into the mic. Can you hear him crying?
God, dude. Oh, it's painful. I love
So
it.
much.
Ow, he hates this so much. All right, you gotta wheat thin. You
You
gotta
gotta
wheat
wheat
thin.
thin.
All right. Are you gonna roll some stats for me too? That's a no. Okay. All right. Come on.
What was that, Jackie? Okay, yeah, just making sure I heard it.
All right. 46.
46, 7 times.
Oh, wait. One more wants to make an appearance. Come here.
True. Whoa.
The last
I love your
one.
church.
Oh, she's assuring she has an inspiration.
Hi. You ready? You ready to roll some dice? Okay, you get some
Okay.
dice. Look, that's a dog.
Oh, Loki's so
Come
sad
on.
too.
Loki does look so sad. I feel like Loki and Enzo would be friends.
So if you've seen The Office, I told this to Drew too, but my thought on Loki every time is like when I think it was like season 8, Andy like adopts a bunch of dogs, but then everybody in the office ends up adopting one, and Kevin gets the one dog where they're like, doesn't really do much, just kind of lays there, doesn't really poop. Man, he smells, and everybody thinks the dog's dead because Loki just lays there on the bed the whole time.
And he gives him the kiss.
Yeah. Word said Drew got even cuter. Not true. Drew can't get cuter.
It's true.
Stop it.
Loki.
Also, I'm gonna apologize in advance, chat. I know, but like pastel aesthetics are always my thing. But when I open up Gem Ancestry Dragonborn and it says amethyst, how can I not be a big pink dragonborn with like purple eyes? Come on.
So, as an option, if you're a Dragonborn, there could be an ancestor that I trace back to literally the first critical convergence module that we did, Drew. It was the dragon turtle that had all gems on its back. It was called a Temertoys that were basically in the shapes of dice that were all different crystals and it was, instead of like where a normal dragon turtle's in the water, the Temertoys is a tortoise that's on land, so it's big and giant and just a toothache of a time. So, could be a long lost cousin.
Have like that, because yeah. Sorry to interrupt the rolling stats and stuff, but I didn't realize this because I saw the gem dragonborn and I was already sold on the concept. I guess they can speak telepathically and stuff,
Oh,
and then they get to fly later. So I was like, oh, that's really fun. Like all of them get to fly eventually, or get like different abilities that change, like metallic and all of them. But the way they made like gem dragon do it, I think is really cool. Like just
You're
having
really
like
cool.
freaking dragons. So that's the vibe I'm going for, I think. Anyway,
that's cool.
I like it.
All right. 46.
Do it.
All right.
Here, I will write down your array.
Oh no, I got it.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
She's got it.
She's got it.
I hate when like I don't
I
like
don't trust you,
people-
Ryba.
That's true.
No,
I
I
wouldn't.
just feel bad when people do stuff for me. And, like I feel bad. Anyways, I'm gonna do this for myself.
She's a strong, independent woman.
All right.
She don't need no DM.
4, 2, 3. All right. Oh, and we dropped the lowest, right? So I rolled a 5, a 4, a 2, and a 3. I dropped the 2.
Yes.
Hiya. All right. And then the total of that being 12.
Okay.
And I just keep doing that 7
Yeah,
times.
so you just add 12, and then you do it 6 more times, and you'll create a list. And from that list, you get to assign those to a stat.
Yeah. Oh, out of the tray. One more. Ooh, these were not as good. Oh, actually, it's the same one. Okay. And a 5, and a 4, and a 1, and a 3. I dropped the 1. Also a 12. All right. Again, maybe I should.
Well,
Oh, you guys can't really see.
Why are you doing that? Hey, Rybo, do you have a rule on all 1s or all 6s?
I do not.
Ooh. Okay.
If you
Okay,
get
one-
2 all ones in a row, then one of your stats is a 3.
Whoa. I got a 5, a 5, and a 6.
Ooh,
Wee.
16. That's nice.
Wow, 5, 6.
Already
7.
higher than you could normally get.
Mhm,
Pull up that
mhm,
poem
mhm.
because it would be relevant to the new campaign. I can do that.
What if I just zoom?
I zoom.
Enhance. Enhance. Wee. Wee. Okay. Cool. Kia. 5,
Nice.
While
5.
While you're
Mhm.
doing that, Words wrote a poem called The Curse of the Rat King. So I'm going
Oh,
to read that one out.
wow.
A fate bestowed by mischief's king, the many rodents crowned, a pest for torment that you bring, for this you shall be bound. To fix your wrongs with this, the cost is that you cannot touch a creature, lest your form be lost. Your punishment is such. As with the marine monarch's court, conclusions only lie in having many lives consort, entangled as they vie. They know the thing that changed you first, by skin or scale or strand, because for this to be reversed requires another's hand. Ooh. If held or struck by one again, again a cause is that. To seek embrace from two till then, you'll stay a common rat. Oh, that is exactly what
Wow.
he said in Abyssal. Oh, yes.
Wow.
Very
That
well
was
done.
very good.
Dang,
Holy.
that was good. Words always kills it with whatever they do.
I'd like to throw it out there for chat. Chat, thanks for like sticking with us. We got
Yeah, man.
38 episodes of this awesome show in, and chat, you're great because
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Absolutely. Drew, can you play
You-
the applause thing?
Yeah.
Please.
For you, chat.
Seriously
All right,
though,
this is the last one.
we're here to have fun playing D&D, but it's so cool that y'all enjoy watching, and hopefully you will enjoy sticking around for campaign 2, because really we're gonna have a 39th episode, and we had the one shot that was canon with Salt and Summer, so I'm gonna say we did 40 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
40 episodes. And
had
here's
one
to
shots.
so many
Well,
more.
Yeah, so y'all are awesome.
Oh.
Keep being
Like-
awesome.
I
Yeah.
can't remember who said it earlier, but they said something about the quiver in my voice when I was offering myself to Keenak. I am a voice actor. However, none of that was acting, and I was over here keeping my shit together as best I could.
Well, it was a good
That
job,
was
though it was
me
real.
crying.
What did you get for your array, and are you keeping it, or do you want to retry?
All right. So, I 9, 12. Let me just do math really quickly. 13. You know what? It's pretty. Ooh, we got some hard ones here. 7, 11, 13, and then 9, 11. All right. So the highest I have is a 16, and then I have 2 13s, 2 12s. So an 11 and a 7. Not bad.
Yeah, I mean,
pretty solid array. I think I might stay with it.
that's pretty good. You don't even have to take the 7, so you have no negatives.
Oh, right.
'Cause-
So we get the lowest. Get rid of the lowest.
Yeah, because
7.
there's 7 in there, so you pick of those which 6 you want to use, so you don't have a negative.
Whee! Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with these actually.
All right, beautiful. You've got your array.
Thanks.
As you're making your cleric, please use as desired, and then if you start kind of looking at that while we roll for Jakey. Next, or are you're not entirely sure on Bard or Rogue yet, right?
I think I'm gonna do the Gem Dragonborn Bard.
Okay.
I want to be a big,
Yes.
huge guy with an accordion who's just this like big sweetheart who just likes to play music.
I like it. Let's
Um,
let's roll for you then.
Can I angle mine so you can see my tray? I can't really angle my camera as well as yours.
I could see it briefly.
Come on. Does that? It's precarious. Roadhog.
If you move
what's
it
that?
where your iPad is.
But my camera's got like a
Oh
thing
no,
that's
no, no, no! I
There you
mean,
go.
if you move your dice tray where your iPad is.
Oh yes. Here, let's see.
Totes Barney calling it.
Pro professional gameplay.
Yeah, just move it to the back edge as far as you can on top of like the iPad.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Yeah, I'll switch.
There you go. I can see the back side of it.
Okay, so
That's
I
what she
will
said.
get these out.
First
Um,
GFY.
These beautiful dice were a menagerie of things. I got sent these two by lovely Twitch viewers. Here, I'm gonna turn my lights out again. I tried to fix it, but I just could not.
Chat has invoked GFY. Haha, game hasn't started. Use them all you want now.
Sorry.
I'd have to earn 7 by the time the next one's over.
Yeah. So these two were sent by lovely viewers. They're gorgeous. And then these Level Up TV, and of course Drew's dice. So we're gonna see.
Slide your thing back just a little bit.
That's a 4, 3, 3, and 5. So I'm just gonna
12.
Draw. Yes.
The Ivory Jade is dope.
You're dope.
12. And then-
So you're going to start at level 5, so everybody will also have an ASI at 1.2. So
Maybe.
keep that in mind. And then if you're playing your classes, Drew, you're saying are you going all Grave Cleric or are you going half and half right now?
I've got 3 in Grave Cleric and 2 in Warlock.
What's your starting class?
Cleric.
Okay, so those are the questions I will ask. I'm going to pull those up.
I'm gonna definitely be more Cleric than I am Warlock.
I got a 17 there.
Ooh.
665. So far it's 12, 11, 16. I'm not, or 17, sorry. I don't mind these so far.
And who knows?
Oh.
My deity and my patron might not like each other. Who knows?
I'm very conflicted all the time.
Oh my goodness.
Also, I went down during the break and my wife was taking a nap on the couch and she was like, "Hey." And I was like, "Yeah, they're all dead."
They are all dead.
Well, I was talking to her. I was like, "I'm so conflicted. I don't know if I should play Keenak," which I did, or if I should play a merciful Keenak. And like the alternative was like, okay, he's basically going to offer you servitude and basically force you to do some fighting in the gladiator arenas and earn your freedom. But that, I don't know, it just didn't feel right.
Oh my gosh.
And
I
then
think it was me.
y'all egged me on to be like, nah, play Keenak as Keenak. So I was like, okay, cool.
And Zinnia got, and chat got what they wanted for Zinnia. She's a
Jeez.
thunder goddess now, so.
So this is the array.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so the lowest was an 11.
What was it again? I missed. Sorry, I was looking at the.
It was 12, 11, 17, 13, 13, 15, 14.
That's a good array. Do you want to risk it?
No.
Not going for the 18s, coward.
I really want to, but I know the second I get greedy and do that, it's gonna be 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3.
6. No, nice.
Wow, that's a pretty good array.
Cool. Yeah, that's good. Let's go ahead and have you roll, Drewby.
I'm gonna re-angle this so I'm not self-conscious. Y'all looking at my roadhog.
So I have this wonderful dice box that I picked up from the hippie store the other day. And wouldn't you know, it can hold some dice. So that's a 6, a 4, a 2, and a 2.
So 12.
I'll take it. I'm just going to do this by hand. Actually, no, I'm not. Yeah, I am. Okay.
Yeah, you am.
A 6, a 6, a 5, and a 4.
Ooh,
Nice.
that's
And
good,
it
though.
is.
17.
Yeah.
12 into 17 into a 6, a 4, a 3, and a 2.
Not bad. Why is nobody getting a 1, a 1, a 1, a 6, or something?
Because it was pointed out already, so the universe
Also,
was like, oh, no.
All handmade dice are loaded. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
That's why you should buy them, because that's a 6, a 5, and a 4. 15
Dang.
and a 2.
Hey.
Of course.
D&D Beyond isn't letting me pick the gem Dragonborn, but it is official Unearth, so I guess they just haven't added it yet.
6,
I'm sure, yeah.
5, 4.
So I'm just gonna choose regular one.
It's another 17, by the way.
God.
Jeez.
My mom walked in on me sobbing at the half and asked me why I put myself through this, and I basically said I love it, and you don't understand like an angsty teenager.
Oh,
Oh, Verity, I love it.
Okay. This is a 6, a 2, a 2, and a 1.
Your mom doesn't
So
understand you like we do, Verity.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So one more. And there you go, Rybo. 5, a 4, a 1, and a 1.
Doesn't matter. You get to drop one. So your array is basically
I'm
17,
literally
17,
dropping-
17, 17,
yeah.
17,
I've got
3.
12, 17, 12, 15, 17, 10.
Can I use my one inspo reroll? Also, I asked earlier. I got one from Pico and then one from the How How. Do I have 2 inspo by chance?
You got one.
That's
Damn,
fair.
this is gonna be a good
Oh, I do
character.
summon as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm
Oh,
gonna
see
angle
what
my can.
happens.
You could re-roll the low one. So if you had a 9, you re-rolled that one.
Oh, so I have a 7.
Mm,
The 7 that.
Yeah,
got
okay, yeah. So you can
Oh,
re-roll that
God.
one.
All right. Well, I guess that's that. Sure.
What did it turn into?
uh,
Oh, hey, camera.
We're re-rolling the low one.
If you have an inspo and want to use it.
I do, in fact. Why not try and see if I can get another 17?
You're going to be so powerful for level 5.
Fight me!
Not.
I'll wait till
not,
everybody else rolls.
not super bad. So that's a 5, 4, 3.
Huh.
So that would be 12. 12 is my lowest, so it doesn't replace anything.
Cool.
All right.
12 is your lowest. I always recommend using the point buy system because you get the best stats of the way. Well, they've all gotten better points than the point buy so far. I normally do point buy or stuff if we're
I
going to
do
be
too.
one-shotting like this, so everything's fair. But whatever. Rolled stats are more fun in long-term campaigns anyway.
Honestly, lower stats are usually better because it lends for more roleplay.
Yeah.
But I'm not giving up what I got.
Oh, yeah. No, this was a bad one. Okay, a 2, a 4, and a 1.
Ooh.
And then another one. So, yeah,
So
no.
your 7 got replaced with the 7. So nothing changed.
No.
That's okay. You all can roll very high because we're still going to keep doing the token giveaway type things to where possibly some of them will be permanent curses or reductions and things if people choose to be
yeah.
mean.
So we're level 5 or 6. Sorry.
5.
This needs to be better than a 10.
Chat's about to hear me get really quiet and start
6,
counting on fingers while I learn things. So I'm
2.
sorry.
That's a 14. 6, 6, 2, 1. I'll take it. Inspo.
Sometimes I shouldn't speak. And it's going to be so sad when Alex comes in and he's like, what'd y'all get for your array? But I had a bit of bad luck. I had a 5, a 6, a 7, but then it got better. I got an 11, a 12, a 13, and an 11 again.
What'd you get? 17s. Only 17.
Also, I do, well, I could say. So, Rybonator, what is Drew's highest stat? 17 right now, but I'm about to make him do the questionnaire.
Yeah, so I have 2 17s, and then I'm going to do the questionnaire. But we both know that charisma and wisdom are going to be my best friend here. Because min-max.
I
why
love
not?
a DM let me play a charisma cleric instead of wisdom cleric purely because he was a cleric of Sunni and they all believe in beauty and stuff, so he needed high charisma anyway. And so that was a lot of fun.
Aw. D&D where you can do whatever you want.
Whatever.
Make your own rules.
That's why I DM. So, we have the stats and we have the arrays. Why don't we go ahead and ask some questions? Why don't we start with Zania? You're playing cleric, correct again?
Yeah, I think so.
So, I'm going to ask you some questions. We got to find out
Question?
what makes you a cleric. So
Okay,
first-
okay.
Yeah.
The first step to finding out if you're a cleric is
Okay.
whether your clerical training was through clergy or self-practice. Did you put an emphasis more on the fighting ability or connection to the divine linked magic that you could grasp? When in combat, do you raise your weapon first or your holy symbol?
Oh, well, I think I would do my holy symbol first, I think.
Well, then I would say that you get a +1 to your wisdom.
Okay, okay, okay.
I love my Germanic Russian. And the second
I love
question
it.
is: you have come a wayward soul who needs to be motivated. There is a challenge ahead of you, but how will you face the challenge? Will you show them with your own might and give them comfort, or inspire them with your words and voice to guide them?
Those are my only two choices: comfort and inspiration.
Showing your clerical might to inspire them, or help them and charm them, and give them inspiring words.
Oh, I would inspire them with my might.
Well, then that's a +1 to strength.
Okay.
And then, finally,
Oh, yeah.
helping one soul could be a feat, but the true challenge comes when you've got to motivate many. A horde of creatures stands in front of you and their allies. They haven't taken a step forward, but you have this moment. You stand atop a rock, but do you command attention with your holy symbol to channel divinity, or raise your voice and hand to reassure them why they fight?
Oh, I would call the power of the gods and hold my own symbol up, I think.
+1 wisdom.
Okay, okay, okay.
So I think you get 2 wisdom and a strength.
So this overrides our racial, right?
Correct.
Got it.
This is kind of bad that I want Alex to be a chat paladin just for banter purposes.
That'd be great.
He may do that. Or he'll just actually go Warlock Whispers, just so that he can really go ham on the random.
Potato.
Can Alex play a character without charisma? I think he has to go Warlock. Well, I guess Paladin and Warlock are charisma. Never mind, I'm dumb. All right. So, why don't we just go ahead and ask you then, Drew, the same questions. When in combat, do you raise your weapon first or your holy symbol?
Holy symbol.
+1 wisdom.
All right.
When trying to come across a wayward soul, or when coming across a wayward soul who needs help, do you inspire them with your own might or inspire them with words and voice to guide them?
Realistically, probably words. Yeah, my guy's not like slappy.
Not slappy.
Smack.
+1 charisma then.
All right.
And then same thing before. Do you basically channel your divine beacon to try and defend against the horde of enemies, or do you reassure your comrades with your brave voice?
I would say the first one with the holy symbol.
There you go. +1 wisdom.
Oof.
Right.
Oof.
And
Okay.
so we've got a bard now with Jakey, right?
Yeah, a big old Jim Dragonborn bard. And
Beautiful.
I'm going College of Glamour.
Ooh.
So he's a big.
Wait. Your summer.
It was Summer College of Glamour?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did
That's
the
cool.
same questionnaire for a College of Glamour bard for summer. That was our first
Oh, that's amazing.
Warforged, actually.
Yeah,
So,
just a big shiny boy.
let me ask you a few questions. So, do you see yourself as like a weaver of words or a teller of tales mostly? Or things that are impossible to believe? Are you a kind of a chronicler of history, recounting things like in explicit detail, or is it more just detail so that the truth is never forgotten? Are you a story weaver or an actual living recounter?
I like to weave stories, my friends. I tell things from the heart. I embellish just a little bit, but what can I say? A good story comes from right here.
Oh,
Well,
I'm sorry. That makes me so happy.
that
I
is
get to
just
hear
the
Marcus
first step.
from Borderlands.
Oh.
Every day.
Yes. That is just the first step of being a bard. Obviously, sometimes your words and actions, though, can get you into worrisome situations. But there's always a way out. The question is, are you the one who talks the way out, or you just kind of sneak your way out?
Oh, I do my best to talk my way out of things. If you have noticed by this beautiful physique, I am not exactly hiding behind anyone.
Wonderful. But even though you're not hiding, the show must go on. How are you going to prepare? Do you rely on your own ability to think through a situation, or more, do you just handle what happens regardless?
I handle things as they go. I'm not much one to make a plan.
+1 dexterity then.
Cool.
All
And
right.
What was the other one?
Either planning or basically reacting to things. So it was either an
Oh, I meant
intelligence
like
or
my
dex.
plus mods, or is it just plus
Oh,
one?
2
dex?
charisma +1 dex.
Okay, cool.
Got some charismatic fools up in here.
Yeah, for real.
It's gonna be a wonderful, wonderful time. I think
Especially when I get that tough feat.
Also, I'm choosing my
Built
feat as my
different.
gem dragonborn one because I think the feat is kind of cool. Gift of the gem dragonborn. When you take damage from someone within 10 feet of you, you can use your reaction to emanate telekinetic energy. Creatures dealt that damage does a saving throw. They take force damage and they're pushed away from you. So it's kind of like a thunder thing, like if someone attacks you, and specifically for gem dragons.
Is that
so I'm
their
taking
racial
that-
ability?
No, it's for their feat that they get for the unearthed because they get at the bottom. It's gift of the gem dragon.
So you're choosing that as your ASI feat?
Yes. What does ASI mean?
So you're level 4 instead of getting an ability score
Yes,
improvement?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
just double checking.
Exactly. Because that also, it's a cool feat, but it also brings me to around 20 charisma.
Nice.
Ah, level 5.
Oh no, he's hot.
So have you all distributed your chats? Because what do they look like? I'm curious.
I'm just about to. My apologies.
You don't have to have, but if you have, I'd love to know.
Looks
yeah, for
like
sure.
my Wizmod is 14.
Ooh.
And then
Wait.
my con is 4.
I was going to say, modifier, 14 seems low for all the choices that you had, and 14 is the modifier, huh?
4.
Gotcha.
4. And then con is 2. And strength is 2.
Beautiful. Con 2, strength 2.
I
What
finally
is...
have a character that's armor class is going to be above a 12.
Team had a shield.
Oh, fair.
Team was
Fair.
a tanky boy.
That's true.
What are your other stats? What's your dex and intelligence, Zinnia?
Dex
unquote.
is 1, and then intelligence is 0.
Okay. There's no... I don't think anybody has a negative, right?
Nope.
Is the modifier, and the modifier goes in the big box, stat goes in the small. I'll die fighting for this.
No, yeah, I agree.
I don't know if I agree. I just like to be a contrarian.
Oh.
I would just like to be rude here, actually.
Oh, you succeeded. Look at that.
It's weird. My character died already.
I named my
You're unwilling too?
John. Hi, John. Malamuke is my friend, John.
Hi, John.
Hi, Malamuk.
Malamuke, I think. But
Malamake.
oh, I named my character Zinnia Jr. because she is untitled for now.
ZJ. Okay, cool.
CJ? Oh. Hmm?
ZJ's not a bad.
That's
You-
not a bad
you-
name.
You had the like kombucha girl.
Well, I automatically chose courtesan as my like background too, and I'm like, okay, get Jester out of your head. Like, why? Stop it. Stop it.
Love it.
a courtesan. Can we not? I know we're gonna be in the post-apocalypse. Can we make an effort not to sell Zinnia Jr. day 1 in the apocalypse?
Look, I'm just saying. She is a gorgeous woman. You are a good man.
3 copper take you a long way.
Then I'm gonna cut your balls off.
that's the character I'm waiting for.
And that's where she says that is an extra 5 copper.
Some people pay great money for that. I mean, you know.
Why on this request page from the client does it say step on me?
Ooh.
As soon as I heard the "You're Unwilling To," I pictured the skeleton dance. That's the bard song that he plays.
Spooky, scary skeleton.
I cannot wait for October again. We never have our own house, so we're actually going to decorate it up good and for Christmas and stuff. Yeah.
Ooh.
How
Are we
about
doing
client
starting
requests
equipment or
get in there?
gold?
So I'll have to decide on that a little bit. So there's going to be some starting stuff that you get, but I'll give you all. Well, so you'll get your traditional class starting equipment for sure.
Cool.
Why don't we roll for gold? Actually,
Sure.
let's see. You're a bard, and the two of you are clerics. Everybody, roll me a percentile.
Okay.
Percentile.
Oy, oy, oy.
I'm so excited. That's the voice you're gonna do, Jakey.
I used the dice I got from Aaron. That's 99.
Ooh.
Holy shit! I just rolled again and got another 100.
Whoa,
Really?
okay.
Yeah.
I got a 94.
Yo!
Dudes, the gods want you to have a good time, as does my wife. She got me a Sonic drink.
Ooh.
I can't believe I rolled 2 100s in one night.
Gosh
What
dang.
the fuck?
That's
We are rich.
holy crap.
Mhm.
So your two, Ren and Zania, the two of you are clerics. You don't get that much money for the stuff that you do. So what you rolled, double it. That's how much gold you can have starting. A bard, however, makes quite a bit of money, typically. However, this is post-apocalypse, so do 4 times your roll.
4
Wow.
times and oh gosh, what's 99 times 4?
Return of the Sonic Drake. Rybowife has blessed the chat. Bless up, Rybowife.
Bless up.
Rybowife.
Oh wow, almost 400 gold. For this gold, also my sheet's done now. Wahoo!
Woohoo.
That's a +1 in strength, +3 in dex, +2 in constitution, +1 in int, +1 in wisdom, and +5 in charisma. We're starting the game with a +11 to performance and persuasion.
But, Jakey, you got 4 GF. Why is this? That's
Fair
a
enough.
16 charisma, I thought. What?
No, Rybo, please.
Am I reading that wrong?
Rybo.
Chat, am I reading that wrong? Because
Rybo, I will give you all of this gold of which I've just been blessed. Please, don't hurt me.
chat, I don't know if I read that wrong.
I can't read it all, Rybo. So
Well, I scratched this one out, so it could be 5. I mean, no, you're good.
I was like, no way, no way, no way.
also, are
Looks
we
like a 16
starting-
to me.
Are we starting with gold, or can we use gold to buy stuff?
You have that gold. Do whatever you want.
Oh, cool.
If you want to spend all of it
Oh.
and walk in with 1 gold,
Oh,
great.
Ren
kinda want
had
to.
1,600 gold.
Yeah.
Ren.
Hal also had quite a bit of gold left. How
Ah.
does one big at the casino to now have it all in a fountain? Does Hal
No
get a
way.
bunch of wishes now, theoretically? Is that how that works?
The
That's okay. Ren's fine giving up all that gold to be with Hal.
I rarely
No.
give gold in a
No.
campaign anyway. It's mostly magic items that if you get the item, go
Mhm.
sell it. And I normally also give a lot of magic items, but you guys kept going like 9/10 of the way through something and then giving the dragon the sun spear.
To be fair,
Hmm.
none of the 3 of us gave the spear.
Yeah.
Where is the lie?
And also, to be fair, none of the 3 of us actually stole the spear. Physically stole the spear.
Also,
Not
just
calling
like-
anyone out. I'm just saying.
Tossing that out there, I wasn't even there. So, my hands are the cleanest, theoretically.
Same with Ren. Same with Ren. I'm just saying.
Where's the lie?
Oh, actually, they getting more custom magic items? Pretty much all magic items I give are custom instead of baseline stuff, unless there's like Ring of Protection, that +1 swords. Those are easy ones, but I typically try and do all custom because
You
it's more
wanna-
fun.
You want to
How?
know about Arrakis?
What'd you say?
Tell us about your character.
About Arrakis?
Yeah.
He makes a ruckus?
Makes a ruckus. In life, Ruckus was a female, but in the War of the Gods was resurrected, and is a war veteran. And strength is a +1, dexterity is a +2, constitution is a +3, intelligence is a +1, wisdom +4, charisma +3. And an armor class, because I decided to take a disadvantage on stealth, is 18.
Dang.
Okay. Y'all will not be very quiet, but that's okay.
Who
Who
needs to
needs-
be quiet when you're powerful?
Y'all are
That's
basically
what I say when I
gonna
look at my thighs.
Oh, bother. Piglet, I'm dummy thick.
Oh, bother.
Oh,
I think I
bother.
will have more honey to add to my dummy thick bottom.
And the clap of my ass cheeks alerts the gods.
Those are dummy thick cheeks, Pooh Bear. How Rybo, my
Jakey,
my love,
Jakey,
my
Jakey,
dear,
Jakey,
my,
Jakey,
my,
come on.
my sweet boy, my
Jakey.
angel, my handsome.
Jakey.
So theoretically, if I want to spend like 350 of my 411 gold, could I get a magical instrument such as an accordion? And I don't know if you do custom things or if you want me to look one up, but is that a thing I could just have? Because that sounds very fun to me to have a little doot doot magic flute.
350 gold does not give you much magic.
That's fair.
Like 2,000 gold is the equivalent of a +1 weapon, or like, oh, this is a flaming weapon, so it does a d6 kind of thing. So 350 would not give you much. However, it might be able to do a cantrip for you if you want it to be like, as you're playing, prestidigitation happens to where it doesn't affect much, but as you're playing, a small image or fireworks shoot out of the accordion, whatever it would happen to be that way. You could do some flavor thing with it that is magical, or have it literally be just connected to you to where you're like, done with this song, and you just chuck the accordion, and they're like, that's your accordion, and then you're like, no, it's cool, and then the next time you're like, time for another one, it's just there or something. That's fine without it being overpowered for 350.
I was gonna say for 350, could I do that? But could I make it also be able to change instruments? Because I have proficiency in most instruments.
No, that would be glamour. That's like a $6,000.
Is it?
Yeah, glamour's a lot.
Oh,
Glamour's
know
the
that.
equivalent of a +2 thing.
it is.
Yeah, glamour's
Oh.
real. It's basically a consistent disguise self that works every time, and there's no like,
That's
oh,
fair.
I can see past that illusion. It just exists. Also, Blue Moon wants to cash in their token. Absolutely. You want to make somebody
No.
re-roll a stat?
No,
What
Blue
stat
Moon.
and who?
I offered you a D20 to not do it.
What stat and who? Sorry,
You
Drew.
son of a bitch!
The 19. Long live
What's
the king.
that, Blue Moon? I'm so
I saw
proud.
Dex.
Is Dex what you want? Because your Dex is what, 14 right now?
Yeah. Yep. Sure is.
Once we get confirmation.
That's got a tiny D20. Look at this little D20. Look how little he is.
little tiny.
Look at that. Look
Yup.
at that.
Reroll your Dex, Drewby. So
I
46
sure
struck
will.
lowest.
I.
If he comes out of this
I-
smelling like roses, I'm gonna be upset.
Yeah, Blue Moon.
I'm
I just
praying.
gotta roll higher than a 14.
I'm praying. Come on, give me that like 5 Dex.
I want 4. That's what I'm going for here. A 2, a 1, and a 1.
It's only fair that at least one of my stats is gonna be trash.
I'm just watching his face. Stop delaying the truth, the truth.
I gotta get stuff out of my
Oh,
way.
it has to be set up perfect for this.
It has to be even, actually, so
Yeah,
the
yeah.
dice roll evenly.
Yeah.
This is true.
I hate you. so
What is
much.
it? I see a 2 in there.
2, 2, 2, 4.
You have an 8 dexterity.
Wait, y'all, do you hear that? It's Drew saying minutes ago. He was like, low rolls make for good RP. Was it
They
not?
do. They do. I won't deny it. They do. I'll say it. I'll say it.
I'm so sorry.
Can I give a brief thank you to our players for being okay with my bullshit tokens that I force upon people?
I think they're cute.
They're
Yeah,
fun.
Drew.
They
What
spice
just
things
happened to you is cute.
up. The
Why aren't you
irony of
giggling?
a pair of Mr.
Hey,
D20s by Drew is going over for
Hey,
Right.
Blue Moon. Remember that D20? Remember that D20? Just saying.
It's in his butthole now.
It's
Blue-
in Loki's.
Blue Moon says you're welcome, because you're right. This
Oh.
is a better RP moment for you. So what is your AC now, by the way? Because it
So
would
you
have
gotta roll
dropped
hell.
by 1, 2, 3.
Oh no. It was 18.
Oh.
I forgot to roll health, so I'm gonna do that quick.
Oh, I haven't rolled health either. Oops.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, I would like to know what everybody's HP is. That'd be great. Before we go.
I'm just gonna roll 4 and then say them very loudly.
Look,
Where's my
you just
health?
need to spec into heavy armor to where your dex doesn't matter anyway.
Uh-huh.
Except for the -1. That still matters.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Another
I
two.
forgot dex is for AC. Oh no.
Yep. Thanks, Blue Moon. I'm someone who's vulnerable to getting smacked with things.
Oh no.
Ooh, yo. Okay, now I do have to show. Okay, so this is my health roll. I want yo. Let's see.
8,
Eight,
8,
6.
6, 6.
Very nice.
Beautiful.
And then the last one is 4.
You're level
Feel pretty
5. You don't
good.
have to roll that last
Nice.
one actually. It's 8 plus
Ooh.
con for level 1, so those first 4, so it's 8, 8, 6, 6 for you.
My
8 plus.
Oh, I
my
really messed up my
AC
camera.
just dropped by 3.
Oh no.
Hey, you hit level 5. At level 4, you take the heavy armor feat, and then you can get yourself some heavy armor.
Because I have multi-classed and I don't have an ASI because I
yeah.
have multi-classed.
Huh.
Huh.
You could be level 4 cleric, level 1 warlock.
Good. But where's the fun in that?
I will buy more dice from you now. Oh, Blue Moon.
It's
Do not
alright.
apologize.
When this character dies,
Okay.
right off the rip.
You gave the unwilling low AC. Oh,
Yep,
yes.
You sure did.
Can't wait for you to fight Bone Daddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, sorry. How do hit dice work? I'm dumb. It's 1 hit die per level?
Yeah,
Plus
except
thing?
for level 1, it's the maximum plus
So
your
it's
con.
48 you'd roll.
48.
Wait, you're a cleric? Yeah, 48.
Yeah.
Couldn't have made me reroll my strength.
Oh, do we reroll ones here or no?
So you take at least the average. So if you rolled below a 5, you take a 5. I don't want anybody to ever have horrible HP. I literally had like 8 HP as a level 6 wizard once, and it sucked.
Oof. Okay. Well, I rolled a 5, a 5, a 1, and a 2. So
All 5s.
all 5s. Okay. And then that plus 8 plus con mod?
Yep.
Cool.
Plus con mod
math.
5 times, because for each level.
Thank you.
Hey, Drew, why don't you go ahead and roll your health?
Mhm.
See, Blue was being nice. It wasn't making you reroll the 17s, just dexterity.
Rybo, I might need you to stop.
D&D Beyond is not letting me change my health at all.
You might have to go back to home and put manual.
Yeah.
Oh.
Roll a 1,
why
roll a 1,
not?
roll a 1.
Well, would you look at that? The average is 38 by default, and I rolled 5, so 38 is my actual hit point.
Hey,
First
Rybo,
ones.
I had 5 inspos that are going to be reset. Could Drew just re-roll one of his 2s in his last stat roll?
Anyways,
I'll let
the first
Drew,
one was a seven.
if you use those 5 inspos, I'll let Drew move that to a different stat, if Blue is okay with it. You still have to have the 8, but it can go on a different stat.
No, it's set in stone. I must atone. All right, first one was a 7. That's another 7. And the dice is gone.
Try and put my class back. Maybe
You
that-
said the average, so 4?
So what is
On
it?
a
A D8? So
Yeah.
5. Take the 5.
A 5. So hold on, let me write this down because I'm gonna forget.
Oh, that wasn't written when Rybo said that. No. So yeah, you can move that on stats. It seems Blue's okay with. My thing is behind it. Wasn't at that.
I need sticky notes.
Drew, move it to your con. Take a negative to con. Be a man.
You can F right off with that BS. My buddy Danny, who you know,
Oh yeah, he
instilled
takes.
it in my brain that con will never be a dump stat. No matter what character, con should never be a dump stat.
I played a dump stat con wizard in 3-5 when they rolled. I think it was D4s for health. Like I said, I had no health. I touched a doorknob. It was poisoned. Died. Lost that character for touching a poisoned doorknob.
Oh,
DM was ruthless.
Last one was an 8. So I got a 7, 7, 5, 6, 8.
You don't have to roll 5. Remember, you roll 4 of them, so that you don't actually get the 8. 7, 7, 5, 6.
Well, the 8 was the last one rolled. Just throwing it out
That's what I'm saying. You wouldn't get the last one.
there. All right.
I love you though.
No, it's fine.
So, but you get 8 as like the baseline for level 1. So
I am 100% not complaining at all.
where are you going to move that 8 on the stat before we end tonight? Because it is right at the last moment.
Strength.
Strength. Okay, so you're a weak hoe now.
That's all right. I'm a magic user.
Fair.
I don't
Well-
need no strength.
Who needs strength in the apocalypse? As
I mean,
thank you everybody for watching tonight. Thank you
you.
for enjoying season 1. We will be back in 2 weeks for season 2, but next week we're going to really finish up season 1 with Salt and Summer because we have something planned for them, which we will show you all at some point here soon because we want to round out their character stuff as well. So we'll see you in 2 weeks for that. Go ahead and end the giveaway, Lana, and that way we can give away some dice here, and then we'll be done for the night. We'll still see you next week for the Salt and Summer one-shot, and then come on back for starting episode 1 of campaign 2. We'll hopefully get some
gonna be
cool art going. It's
crazy.
gonna be a good time indeed.
And
is.
sorry, Jakey, I'm gonna have to make you draw Skilly Boys.
Thunder Goddess.
yeah. Yeah. I know.
I'll draw
I
it.
just
I
finished
can't
all your
promise it'll be
guys'
great.
headshots.
They look great, by the way.
They do look great. Thanks, Jakey.
Yeah, I'm glad you all like them, I guess.
Who won?
I don't know. Lena, has it pulled it yet? Go ahead and pull it, Lena. Let's get us a giveaway done, and then.
Whoa, it's me again.
Whoa. Who wins? I swear, if it's Blue Moon.
Oh, your friend just got in there.
yeah.
Rogue 007 or Rogue 7. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Either send an email to Atlanta or you can message me on Instagram at dicey_encounters.
Boom.
And then just yeah.
What a time it is. Congrats, Rogue. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed Thunder Goddess and now the expanded G&G game that's gonna happen in the afterlife. We will see you next week for the one shot, and then we'll see you after that for campaign 2. Thanks to you everybody for sticking around. Have a fantastic evening.
I
Bye.
love you.
I love you. Love you too.
Bye.